This is episode 40 of the Top Rope Boys podcast. And like always, it is the man that I know you have missed. My, look, I know all y'all were tapping into the podcast last week, like, oh my God, where's Steph? Where is he? We miss him. He's
Oh,
here. It's all right. Like always, it's the EST, the DMV, the Beijing Bulldozer, the Cameroonian Nightmare, El Misterio Negro, the Potter of all worlds, the Left Hand of Destruction, the Chocolate City Saint. Come on, y'all. It's the rated S superstar. And Vaughn, we know you love saying the last one. Go ahead. You can do it for me. You can do it for me.
it's Steph Freakman Rollins, man.
Come on. And like always, you are listening to the Top Rope Boys podcast. This is episode 40. We are all together. We locked in. The nation of domination is here. So it's only right. I got OG with me. I got the host with the most reek with me. I got the Oracle with me. You know what, Oracle, start us off. How we feeling?
Yeah, as usual, hating my job, say whatever it is of me not liking my job, it is what it is. But again, I'm here. I'm gonna say the right question. I'm gonna say this question with you guys.
OG, how you feeling?
Yeah, TRB Nation was good with y'all. Just Vaughn, man. Hey, we got a lot to talk about this week because this weekend wrestling, man, it was some iffy moments, you know. So y'all in for a show tonight, but what's good with y'all? Reek, what's up with you?
Hey man, you know, I'm here. I'm happy to be here always. Because last episode was fun. Glad we have Seth back. Glad we got a full house back. And
Yeah.
it's episode 40. You feel me? And
Episode
you
40,
know,
yeah.
Episode
we
40.
I love it when we hit milestones and all that good shit. Happy to be doing it with the guys. But like Vaughn said, we have a lot to get into. So let's jump right into it.
All right. So let's jump right into it. Real quick, I do want to talk about because we try and touch on every one of the major companies here. So first thing first, I'm sure you guys see the headlines by now. Last Friday at TNA Sacrifice during the main event, had a crazy, crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. Accident. We had a crazy mishap during the main event between Steve Macklin and Mike Santana. It had to be ruled out a no contest due to medical stoppage because Steve Macklin took a crazy super kick. Like it was a crazy super kick, and he was deemed concussed. So of course, prayers up to Steve Macklin. Hope that you good. Prayers to everyone affected because I know Mike Santana got on IG and was basically like, "Yo, I didn't really want to talk about this, but think these things happen." Thank you to the ref that was able to stop. Um, Shout out to Eddie Edwards, who I think came out and they were able to keep the main event going. So at least they were able to get something going after Steve Macklin got carted out to the back. You know, it's one of those things where I think this year, more than any other year in wrestling, or at least in any other recent year, we've had a lot of injuries go on. So the fact that we were able to prevent this early before it got any worse. Again, shout out to the ref. Um, Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was really dope. My biggest question to y'all, and this will be like the one thing from TNA that we hit. Um, I'm gonna be so transparent. Even though we knew this was gonna be a good match, we were all kind of burnt out from the Steve Macklin and Mike Santana story. So my thing is, where do they go from here? Do they just continue and go right on to Santana and who has the world championship title shot from the system? Is
Eddie
it Edwards or
Edwards.
Eddie
Myers?
Edwards.
Eddie Edwards.
Mhm.
Yeah, so do they just go straight into Macklin and Edwards, or do they at least touch on this further? I want to just speculate a little bit because we know that Steve Macklin will probably be at the next TNA tapings. I don't think he's going to be out for that long.
Mhm. I don't, I don't know, man. It's like because Nick is busy with something, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, um, if I was booking it, I would have Nick up there 'cause I feel like Nick and Mike do some good stuff. Um, but yeah, I think the most sense makes for the third progress will probably be Eddie Edwards. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, not saying the story they had was good because I hated the promos they were doing. But I don't know. It's one
Sorry,
of
we
those
got to
things
be
where
real,
like,
guys.
yeah, I don't know, man. TNA just dropping the ball
Kicking
right
the
now.
man while he's down is crazy.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know. TNA just ain't been it as of recently, man. I don't know. So, but if I was booking it, I would find a way to get Nick involved because Nick is Nick. But I think it probably makes the most sense to go Eddie, probably.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, I
lie.
was thinking the same thing. Like I feel like they were going to go there anyway. after Steve Macklin. Now, granted, I still feel like Steve Macklin would have still been in the mix after the fact, because I would be under the assumption that Mike Santana retains the title. I would have been under that assumption, of course, like he was going to retain no matter what. Um,
Yeah.
and of course, so I just think like you shift your world champion to I guess who I would assume would still be the top heel entity in the company. So I mean, and like Vaughn said, you could always get Nick involved in that. He has something going on soon, as far as who attacks him and everything. So I don't know how soon you can do that, but for sure, I do think you just go straight to Eddie Edwards and run that program because no matter what I say about the system or TNA, Eddie Edwards has always been one of the more talented and given performers that that they've had in TNA over the last like 10 or 12 years or so. So you can't really go wrong by going straight to Eddie Edwards. I I think just but I do think he might cash in that title opportunity in a nefarious way. So you could do like uh Mike Santana versus Nick Nemeth and then have Eddie Edwards cash in on some crazy shit or something. You could always do that too. So it really all depends.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie.
So I
If it was, go ahead, serious.
no, go ahead. I'm actually telling you guys what's going to happen in a second. So go ahead.
Oh, great.
Okay,
Go
Okay.
ahead.
I was gonna say, if it was me, if it was me, because we know Nick Nemeth has the call your shot gauntlet, I would have had him cash that joint in right then and there. You want someone to get
Yeah.
nuclear heat. Now, granted, I know Carlos Silva was like, let me figure out and work on my guys first. And we're playing Monday night quarterback here. So I completely understand. But I would have had Nick Nemeth cashing that gauntlet right then and there. Would have been the title match. I think it's a way to get things going way quicker and way easier. But who knows? Maybe I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember if even Nick was on the card for Friday, so he might not have even been in the building. But
He was.
was then yeah, I would have had him do that right there and there. 'Cause not only would that have given Nick immense heal, because
Mhm.
think about it, he would have revitalized the. Would have done a lot of things. He would have revitalized the main event scene, which I'm not gonna lie, it's been needing for a little minute. Would have given Nick insane heat at the heel. Plus, the fact that we know that Nick was in the storyline with his brother, where they were supposed to be trying to go after tag gold again. Now Ryan will end up feeling abandoned. Who? Like, do we really care about Ryan Evans? But anyway, we'll get Ryan some sympathy that could maybe, if you wanted to. I don't understand why you would, but if you wanted to turn him babyface, maybe you could do so on and so forth. I think there's a list of things that could have. Oh, Sears, tell us what they're asking.
So Nick Nemeth was at the show, during the pre-show countdown, whatever they call it. He said, and I quote, nickname. Oh, this is what the NXT TNA results will. It said that Nick Nemeth is seen backstage with his call your shot trophy in hand. He has a plan to call his shot at Rebellion April 11th, ready to walk out TNA World Champion.
Mm.
So he's cashing in his call your shot gauntlet at Rebellion, which is next week.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, next
fine.
week.
I would like to say we've had a year. We've had this has been the year of planned shots being called, planned title shots being cashed in. I think the only person who actually surprised us with them cashing in their title shot was Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Can we?
Oh,
No,
Naomi.
and Naomi. Like my bad, I forgot about the biggest one and the best one.
How dare you?
Um, I know,
Yeah, you call
crazy
yourself a fan. How
Naomi.
dare you? Fake fan.
Naomi, we miss you. Um,
That was very
anyway,
misogynistic.
Folks
Dare
said,
you?
no, seriously. Oh, between Athena, Maxwell, we've had all these like planned shots being called. Dude, stop telling people your next move. Oh my God, it kills the surprise for so many things.
And they're all
But
heels too. The thing. They're all heels.
Like what?
damn,
We need to go back to the days of real chicken shit heels. Okay,
yeah.
we need to get
mm,
back to that at some point. Okay, shit, slime somebody out. Be a coward for once, please.
like, dude, like, I want, I want, like, I don't think there'll ever be a cash in or a title shot being cashed in that'll like give me the same feeling as like 31 did. But I want something kind of close to that, where at least like we didn't anticipate it. Like even last year with like Tiffany's, and it was just super super drawn out. Even if you give me something like that, where it's like finally, then I'd be kind of satisfied. But speaking of Tiffany, jump right into SmackDown, unless anyone has any last minute things they want to say about TNA, because I know. Oh, deal. Um, let's jump right into SmackDown. So first things first, we start off with the Randy Orton segment, and Randy, Randy bringing out the ultimate bad guy. I like it. I like it. This is what we need. Feel me? Randy comes out and he says, "I'm listening to the voices in my head again. I've been thinking about my legacy. I've been thinking about number 15. So I promise y'all, y'all don't want me to listen to the voices. I cannot. What did he say? I cannot be responsible for what I do. Bad, bad man, right there. That's so. Randy comes out, he does that, and then all of a sudden, Matt Cardona's music hits. Of course, we know Randy broke Matt's arm last week. Randy broke Matt's arm last week, and then Matt's like, "Hey man, I ain't going for that no more," and it just slumps Randy, which I was like, "Oh, yeah, maybe Cardona might actually get a little push. Who knows, man? Maybe he's a U.S. champ, something." Oh,
Nah.
I took all of this back after I saw the main event this week. But no, they have a little scuffle, and then Randy runs off, tries to go get the match set up for the main event. And we hop right into a women's tag match between Starlexa and the Bella Twins. So, guys, first off, let me ask, what did you guys think about the Orton segment? And also, I'm not sure if we want to talk about this now, but he did post up a little clip. I think it was yesterday, right? Last night,
I
I've been
believe
talking on
I
the
believe
phone.
I believe
Yeah.
it was yesterday. Yep.
Mhm.
So, have any updated predictions on who he could be on the other side of the phone with? Because I think the location might tell us something. Because as opposed to him doing it on a random soundstage, he decided to do it in his home. And then hopefully he says whoever it is going to be showing up on Friday. So, who do y'all think he was on the phone with? And what did y'all think of the opening promo?
I honestly couldn't tell you. Now, if it is specifically tied to the area he's from, then like I really don't have an answer. Because I'm like, it can't be his daddy, right? So it's like so it's like I really don't know. I'm kind of and I kind of hate like the pre told nature of it as far as like, hey, you'll be there Friday, right? Cool. I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, whatever. So, but now I just really have no idea because, and this all ties into Raw too because basically we'll get there later. But basically, Stephanie told Cody like, "Hey, Randy about to snatch your chain, bro." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it might connect back to the Authority in some way, shape, or form, and that would make the most sense to me. Um, but as we get to Raw and talk about that segment more in depth, then I'm just hoping it's not what I think it could be. So I'm just gonna hope for the best here. I don't have an answer for you, but I'm just gonna pray. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I feel you.
I think I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. I have no idea who it'll be, but I'm hoping it's not who people online are speculating, and with the whole segment that happened on Raw. So yes, I have no idea, but based on the segment that happened on SmackDown with Randy, I mean, it's just I don't know. It's just showing that we're getting that heel Randy, So it was cool. It's gonna be really hard for Randy to get heat because he's Randy Orton. So like every week he's like, "Hey, I'm the bad guy. I'm breaking arms. Like I'm beating up all the good guys," and we're like, "Do it again!" Like we're cheering for it. So it's kind of hard for him to pick up heat as a as a heel.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it was cool. I like the segment. Once to get into like the main event on SmackDown, I will go into more details with that with him and Matt Cardona. But yeah, Matt Cardona, he got signed back just to time over again. Like he's back in the same boat he was a couple years ago. So um overall good segment, but those on the phone, I have no idea now. So we'll find out this Friday.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I see y'all beating around the bush. Let's hope it's not the other man in the paperwork. Let's hope it's not. Let's hope it's not.
No, because especially now, because more information has come out about that shit as of like this morning or yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's no way, man. Like I can't.
It's
Like
no way. It's no way you do that.
I
It's no
can't.
way.
But like
I'm
I
gonna tell you.
said,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If it's him, I can't speak for the rest of y'all, but at least this 1/4, this 25% of TRB will be all elite.
oh no, it's over with. It's over with. No, it's over with. I'm not like I'm already on edge. Cause like bringing back Brock was one thing, right?
I was
So
already mad about that.
like if that results in Obafemi getting over, that's the only way I'll be okay with it. Because if Obafemi
Fair.
loses at WrestleMania, I swear to God, I'm going to
Oh, we running
find
up.
I'm going to find that bald son of a bitch. I
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I know. I promise you, I will be on Fox 5, bro. By noon
Real
the
live,
following
Fox
by
5.
noon the following day. By noon the following day, I will be on Fox 5. I promise you.
Be like the
Bro,
next year.
But if they're so bold and arrogant to do something like that, yeah, I can't support this company anymore. Like,
like, I would literally be screaming, "You bald fraud!" That's literally what I would be doing. But nah, I hope it's not him. I really hope it's KO. Like, I genuinely, honestly, like, almost praying that I hope it's KO.
It's Ted. You mean Ted DiBiase? The
then,
free,
Hey,
the,
I'll
free,
take
if it,
the,
that.
new,
Yo,
the newly freed man, Ted DiBiase.
I'm not gonna lie,
like, I
y'all
think
were
it's like
so funny last year.
If it's Ted, why?
It makes sense
Yeah,
story
why?
wise. What do you mean?
No, it's just like it's Ted DiBiase.
And he needs money.
Not in shape. He's
I'm
not in
sure,
great shape.
and I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
Too many people own it. Too many people watching right now. He can't do anything illegal,
If if
allegedly.
I if I see Ted DiBiase tomorrow night, I
I'm
might
telling
laugh.
you.
I
I'm
might
telling
the
laugh
you.
out loud.
chat's gonna be funny if it's said. I can't wait.
Because I brought up the prospect of that 2 episodes ago, and I was like, "There's no way, right?"
I've been saying it forever.
But then
Since
again,
the show.
it might be. But then again, it might be. It is a very them thing to do. So if it is,
Right,
I'll
the
enjoy
thing to
it.
do.
I've
But
always been a fan of Ted, so it's like I'll enjoy it, I guess.
it's
But
an
it's like
easy cheap pop too. Like it's
it is because listen, you can say whatever you want about Ted and how his career was underwhelming. Bro had one of the most banger theme songs in the 2010s. Okay, don't play with him. All right.
And it
So
doesn't have to be a long term thing either. It's just been a one off. Like when they brought back Keith Slater for that one match against Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah.
like
They can bring Ted DiBiase back to kind of tease legacy with Tony, and then he can be all kid. Maybe
because
punt before we know.
I can see them doing some shit like bringing back Ted. Kind of have them beside Randy a bit, and Randy just beats the dog shit out of him to
Yeah,
send a message. To send a message. That's how I
that's
see
what
that going. That's how I see
yeah.
that going. He's
The
like,
potential is there.
you know what, Ted? He just starts beating the dog shit out of him. And then Cody comes out like, "You bastard!" Ah! The shit that Cody does.
yeah.
Dude, oh my God. So I promise we are going to get to this one tag match at some point. But dog, when Cody again, we're jumping around from SmackDown here, but when Cody does that angry dad thing that he does, and he comes out
A
and
little
he's like, "Yeah, yeah," the little
shows it up
angry
high,
walk.
swinging his arms.
it's always so funny. It's so funny because it's like, dude, whenever you used to get mad, you used to just always have like the biggest comebacks. Like I keep thinking back to like ROH Cody, and he was like, "You don't deserve Brandy." What? I need that. I need that. What's that, Cody? There's a way you can do that and have him still be a babyface without him talking about why they call him right. Anyway, so, so this Alexa Bliss, this Charlotte Alexa versus the Palace one, it was an all right match. It was a cool match. However, I think we all know that this has been the biggest and the largest that the women's tag division has ever looked. This is the best it's ever looked, probably since inception. Um, who and we can talk about this and talk about what happened on Raw as well. Honestly, what we might as well just all blend this into one. Who do we think goes over at Mania? Because I'll tell you one thing, it's leaning towards an option. Me personally, I would understand, but also not so sure how I see in the long haul. I think the Bellas might be going.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if there's anything on the card that's a more foregone conclusion than that.
Like they have yet to look dominant in any of these segments.
And also, it's like I don't think they would come out of retirement and sign 2-year deals for no reason, right?
Mhm.
And I'm just like, this is a team that the tag titles would have been made for, literally, a pair of
Dude.
twin sisters. I mean, it's a formula made in heaven. Like it's obvious, right? Now,
Yeah, they gotta run.
and I don't, and literally, this match can literally only go two ways: a retention or a Bella Twin win. So,
Yeah.
but I'm leaning towards the Bella Twins winning. I just think it'll be one of those WrestleMania moments, and just another nod to your Hall of Famers and all that good shit. So that's how I think it's going to go. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
I
just
agree.
that's
Look,
easy.
man, as long as Lash gets to walk into Mania as champion, that is all I care about.
It's
Because
okay.
Yeah.
someone we all love isn't gonna get to walk into Mania as champion. And let's just jump right into it, man. So
First of all,
the
wait. First of all,
go ahead.
for somebody who wants to be a world champion so bad, it's been the same fucking thing since he broke apart from the bloodline. It's been the same thing. I'm going to be champion. I'm going to be champion. I want to be champion. Da, 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 da. I'm going to stop at nothing. Da, 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 da. Brother, it's been like 4 years, for one. Secondly, it didn't make sense with Chad Gable. It don't make sense with Carmelo Hayes. It makes no sense. And the fact that they're like, oh, they don't want to rush into Melo versus Trick. Why not? Why not? Like, why can't we just have two young black superstars in a title match at WrestleMania? Why does this man need to be involved? If you want to be world champion, go after the world title. But you're just like, nah, I'll take this. Why? Like, I don't hate Sami Zayn, but his current character and direction is like top 5 on my wrestling shit list right now. I'm really, 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 really tired of it. And the fact that you could have just easily had Melo walk into Mania as champion and decide not to is crazy as hell to me. I don't, and even if this means Trick is winning the U.S. title, I just don't think it's fair for Melo. And even if it's true, it's about yeah, he's about to have his honeymoon or whatever. Da, da, da. I'm pretty fucking sure they would both want him defending a title at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
So you
Can't be the honeymoon.
himself
He
said,
gets married
and
in
he
October.
yeah,
himself said, no, fuck that shit. So there's no logical reason for this. There's no logical reason for this at all. Zero.
Logical reason is to give Sammy a match at Mania. That's literally the logical
And
reason.
oh, bro, and I'm sure, you're not
Yeah,
wrong.
it's annoying.
But
Yeah,
I just,
You know what's
I,
so
I, I,
funny?
I just don't get
Sammy and Trick didn't need the title to begin with. There was already enough
they
story
didn't.
there.
it.
They
Thank you,
didn't.
bro. You could have did like fucking Mello versus Dragunov in like a 2 out of 3 falls match or some shit. I don't know.
Like an Iron
Oh,
Man,
Yeah,
something like that'd have been sick.
you
Ooh,
could have done a U.S. Open Challenge match at Mania.
yeah,
That
Like,
too.
you could have done anything, bro. But you had, and I can't even say that I understand because I don't. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
yeah.
Shit,
No,
you could have put him in. You could have put him in the IC title match for all I care. I don't know.
yeah.
Anywhere but the US title. I don't care. Like, dude.
Sammy, hey man, El Generico is all elite. That's what I want to see 2027. Anyway, but I think I think Sammy right now as a character, like Reek said, he has very awkward direction because it's like, dog, like you've been saying you want to be world champion. Wait to see who comes out of the other side is Mania, dog. Like you could have easily just had a singles match with Trick at Mania, and then literally the Friday afterwards, staked your claim against Randy or Cody or whoever. You feel me? Like it doesn't the need to also it's such a childish way that they went about it. It's not like Sammy got the match at Mania just because he had something to prove. He said, "Hey, Nick, got anything for me?" Nick said, "Hey, man, you've been losing. We need people with momentum," which he said, false. These are all facts. And then Sammy said, "You know what? Sure. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the U.S. title off of Carmelo Hayes. The thing that I already had, and decided to also bring back the Open Challenge, so I could uplift young talent and show off the talent that this roster has."
And look at what the fuck you're doing now.
Getting back from any moment.
Like, ugh.
All I know
Now,
is
like I said,
Sammy. I
if
don't.
he puts Trick over clean, cool, cool, that's great. But it just shouldn't be this way in the first place. Period.
You know, Sammy
No,
better take that pin. Better take that pin like a man. And during the build up, because we still got 2 more weeks until Mania, you better put on 5-star classics with these open challenges. I don't want it to be a,
Telling
oh, we're
you.
getting closer to Mania. We got to work on Trick. No, I want Trick involved in the finish, and you put on a five. You better call. Sammy, you better go and call Mustafa Ali right now, and y'all put on a 5-star banger.
Man.
I, because I feel like if you got the belt back, just give us the most unexpected 2 matches before you take the pin to Trick. Because when Trick gets that belt, the U.S. Open Challenge is not going to happen. It will be a story with this belt.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, just to not prolong any further, but yeah, I agree with everything y'all saying. Like it's just unfair for all the work that Mello and Illy been putting in, carrying that thing storyline wise too, just for them not to get that big payoff at Mania. I don't know. I'm really sick for those two because like we've been getting the banger matches with them, the backstage segments with them. I got a nice story going that could have easily been the storyline and match going to Mania just for Sammy to get his moment. And like I said, if it's put over Trick, that's cool, but I don't know. Somehow Sammy winning the belt, like, just don't sit right with me. And like people are saying, even if you add Melo to the mix, why is he not walking into Mania with the belt? So it just left a
Regardless,
it just left a
Yeah,
real bad taste in my mouth
like
in general.
like I said, even if Sammy was in the match anyway, in a triple threat kind of situation, whatever. If Melo was walked in as champion, I would have been okay with that.
that's literally all I wanted. I
Like
just
that's
wanted Melo
literally
to
the
walk in as
whole,
champion.
and that's what they're failing to understand, bro. I didn't care about Melo losing the title at WrestleMania. I don't care about that. The fact that he didn't get the chance to walk in is wild, especially like what 2 weeks out now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what the fuck? You make
Let
that
him
you
play
make
it out
you
for
You
his work.
like you make that change 3 weeks out. That's crazy to me. That's wild.
let me tell you let me tell you something. So 98 days as champion, nine defenses, five countries, nine match nine matches of the nights. Look, man, 9 weeks straight. This man was absolutely cooking. He was the highlights of SmackDown. Granted, I'm not saying that Sammy did the same thing when he was in his case, but he deserved
Kind
to
of.
walk in. He deserved to walk into Mania as
Yeah.
champion. This man, Carmelo, has basically been pummeled and screwed since he debuted on the main roster. He was
Yeah.
drafted the number one draft pick in 2024. He his first opening match on the main roster was against Cody Rhodes the Friday after WrestleMania.
Yep.
We we were finally starting to see the projection of what everyone had expected for him. He was Shawn Michaels' guy in NXT. He was always doing solid character work, even when you had him do squash matches with Jimmy Uso. Don't think we forgot about that. And now he can't even walk into WrestleMania as champion after we begged and begged and begged. We had to start a whole petition on Twitter and socials for y'all to get this man to even put the belts on him. Well, I hope I hope you know the only person I now want to see, I don't care who comes out on the other side of the Randy and Cody beef now. The only person I want to see going up against them afterwards is Carmelo Hayes now. Because that's the only way to me that this gets justified. If he gets a major push up.
Honestly,
Yeah.
there's no other way around it.
Yeah. Sorry, Steve. We kind of took over.
Yeah, my
What
bad,
you
dog.
think, Steve?
No, it's all good. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I'll say two things, and I think, that'd be it for me. Number one, I think I think the only reason why I might any like the smallest percentage of me being okay with this William versus Trick versus the same match, or
Hmm.
2 weeks ago, now I can think about it. One, I think the biggest reason is I think Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes match deserved a better push than 2 weeks before Mania.
He's correct.
Okay,
You're
that's
right.
fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
So like that deserves like a good ass build, and it will be a good ass build.
Hmm.
The other reason is I think at this point, Sami Zayn is gonna be disliked by fans. So I'm fine with him getting his ass kicked at Mania and him dropping the belt immediately. But the other thing I'm thinking about is WWE is really they can be pushed by fans. Think back to Kofi Mania. Think back to Melo getting the US title shot. Think back to Becky Lynch. I want to think back. She won the 2 belts. I can see a world where, and obviously I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know what Twitter's like about this. I can see a world where WWE getting such backlash from this terrible decision they made. They have the US Open title match to put Melo back on top for me, and they make it a triple
Bro, and
threat match.
I was literally thinking that as I was talking. I was like, imagine they just did the funniest thing ever.
No, I can see a world because they respond to fans' feedback, right? I
Yeah.
mean, think of it like I mean, Kenny Paulus is the most recent example. Wasn't that successful, but like he was getting matches and more people were talking. He didn't resign.
I mean, yeah, that was how he got the match against Sammy at SummerSlam, which led to nothing, but it was a all right match.
Is that I
Yeah.
mean exactly. I mean, you think back to again, Kofi Media. Kofi Kingston wasn't the planned opponent to win that title.
Yeah.
I believe it was Kevin Owens or Mustafa Ali who was supposed to win. So like
Yeah, it was
WWE
Mustafa Ali
responds
because he was
to
supposed to win that chamber.
so when WWE fucks up, they like to go to a couple real quick. And we have 2 weeks of
Yeah.
Mania. I wouldn't be shocked if there was a world where either Melo gets added to that triple threat match Carmelo wins the US title and then it's Uncle Joe.
Mhm.
At this
I
point,
agree with
that's
you
all we.
guys. They should have. Yeah.
I was at
At
this
this
point, that's
point,
all we can hope for.
oh, he gets added to the ladder match for the IT title. So I saw reports like people from SmackDown and Triple A are going to get added to the report. Either way, they fucked up with us. And I'm assuming Twitter is pissed, and I assume and wrestling fans as a whole who watch. So
Yeah.
WWE is not beating the allegations of being racist. Clearly, they are. This is stupid. I mean, this is case 152,000 of them being
Yeah.
racist. Like,
Shout out Triple K, man.
Amy Hogan strikes again, I guess.
Oh,
He's not.
Man.
He's not being the allegations, you know.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. I don't even think he cares about the allegations at this point. Um, let's move on. What's next here? Oh, speaking. Let's stick with the U.S. title for a second because Julia and Tiffany Stratton had a pretty good match. Julia retained against Tiffany. Um, this was a non-title bout. Do we think that we see the title bout get added last minute to the Mania card, or first off? Mind you, let's keep in perspective that this title has not been defended on PLE at all. So
no.
what like I'm happy to see it on TV, but like what is the direction? Do we think that Tiffany takes it off for her at Mania? Do we think Tiffany takes it off for her the Friday before, Friday after?
It's who knows. I mean, you could give it that before Mania moment or at Mania, but I don't know. If I'm being honest, I I I feel like if they run it either before Mania or at Mania, I think Tiffany wins, and I don't want Tiffany to win
Regardless,
the title. I don't
Yeah.
want that, but it's like either way they run it, Tiffany's will be the US champ, and then end of the month. I don't know, just Julia is so good. Like she is so good, and like I just hate the way she's being booked. Like I don't know. Like I'm kind of cool on Tiffany right now. Um, like I said, because we were all clamoring for maybe like the Julia stuff, maybe get EO involved. That would just me just dream booking. But I think there's too many good matches for Julia to have, and too many good stories you can put on for her just to lose to Tiffany off a poorly build up to Mania. So it's
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like regardless, Tiffany wins, but I'm not excited to see them have a championship match or to see any type of change. So I mean, it's one of the things where like
Uh,
I'm just waiting for inevitable at this point.
I'm kind of with you. What I'm saying is, I think we could have been perfect if it was Io, Kyrie, Asuka, Julia, four-way for the U.S. Women's title. It's that simple.
Or they could have gone the way I pitched it.
I
We
was
could have
saying,
had
Lucia said, yeah,
Keon James betrayal, win the belt at
Oh,
Mania, and then Julia gets put in the main title picture.
that
I'm
too.
not
Said this
mad
a
Like,
at
month.
that.
I said it a
since
month
for the
ago.
past 8 weeks, like,
listen,
save all that for a minute.
a black
Uh,
woman getting a title, I'm good. I'm cool with it.
for
Right?
real, black woman getting the title. I ain't mad at that.
Cool.
Oh,
Again,
Hey, shout out to Kiana.
WWE being racist once again.
No, because I do because I will say like the way they were building Kiana James like around the Elimination Chamber time and all that, I do feel like she does have some stuff behind her for sure. So I do think it would be appropriate to strike that iron, and I think that'll be a good way to do it too. So that's
Mhm.
not even something I consider, but that would actually be a pretty fire idea. And I do think like, especially since Kiana James is wrestling, I was like, you have a title, hmm, fuck it, let me get that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's
oh,
actually pretty
bro.
really that's pretty
I'm
solid.
Yeah.
telling you.
And it falls
So
in
watch,
line with her character so well.
but I feel like the way they're gonna book it is that's how Julia loses the title because I think we get like Kiana interfering in some way, which caused Julia to lose, which get like a Julia Kiana feud. But like I want it for the belt. Like I don't want this a feud for nothing. Like I want it for the belt. Like, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
All the
You could have
feuds
put
that
Tiffany.
need belts don't have
Mm,
belts, and all the feuds that don't need belts have belts involved.
So
you could have done something else with Tiffany. I'm just saying that. You're gonna put Tiffany in the women's tag match for our kill. I'm telling
Real.
you, if WWE need a riddle, they need to hire me. You I have no wedding experience. I can tell you how to book books.
All right, man.
You know, for a reason.
Let's jump into the main event. Randy Orton versus Matt Cardona. There isn't even really much to talk about here. Matt Cardona, like I said, all this hype when Matt Cardona first came out at the top of the episode. I was like, oh, maybe he will get a little push this time around. And then Matt Cardona absolutely got squashed. Like,
Yeah.
Gets absolutely blasted on. Yep.
Yeah. I have a question for y'all before we jump into the ending results of the main event.
mhm.
This is like a burning topic on Twitter. What are you guys' thoughts on Jelly Roll being overbooked this past Friday?
Oh
I'm
my fucking
pissed.
god! See, this is what I was waiting to get to this part for the specific reason.
Yeah.
You have a feud that's been about 3 years in the making. Actually, really, honestly, it's really like 17 or so years in the making. But
Yeah.
Randy has been looking at Cody like a piece of meat for years. And
Yeah.
and when we finally do it, we turn Randy heel. We have him do this shit. But for some reason, and you have this feud that could be one of the hottest things the company's had in a long time. But you have it booked around, you have Jelly Roll being so heavily involved. And I just don't understand why. He's not a relevant character in this story, nor should he be. I don't know what Triple H's obsession is with these fucking celebrities and these fucking YouTubers being involved in major storylines when they don't fucking need them. Dog. I just don't understand why he's so involved in this. Like he's the main character.
Bro. Because,
I don't know if anyone has seen this show, All American. It's one of the worst shows I've
Oh
ever
yeah.
seen. But he's just like Spencer James. He thinks he's that guy. He thinks he's the main character. No, move. He thinks he's the voice. Like he thinks
yeah.
like no, like, and the fact that they're trying to make me care, that's what's getting me. You're trying to make me give a fuck about Jelly Roll when I don't. I don't give a fuck. Randy can literally kick his head off tomorrow.
I went bad, huh?
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give a damn.
Yo,
Randy can literally peel the skin off of his face. I wouldn't care. I don't give a shit.
you know what's so funny?
Get this man off of my fucking screen, bro. Sorry.
Reek, you are absolute no. You are absolutely hilarious.
You're right.
Because that dude, this episode of SmackDown, bro,
It was triggering.
it's almost like they're in the creative room trying to figure out how do we piss off Reek this week. Like, because there's no way you guys put this shit out expecting people to be okay with it. And I know we said earlier that they usually listen to feedback, but they're not listening to shit because nobody wants this shit. Everybody's complaining about this shit. Yet he's getting more TV time each week. He got a TV match before Royce Keys did. What are we doing? Not only that, I think he won.
Yeah, he beat Kid Wilson.
He won.
Oh God.
Sears, what do you think?
This Jelly Roll spot is the spot that this is the spot that Ted DiBiase was made for. To be completely honest, like
Yeah.
being friends with both of these men and having history with both of them, even though he doesn't, Jelly Roll doesn't. If you want to put someone, and this is the spot, if this is the way you're going to go at it, you should have had Ted DiBiase in the spot. The fact that Jelly Roll is getting more airtime, and actually, I'm going to search it up right now. The fact that Jelly Roll is getting more airtime than most of the roster, including, I believe, the women's world champion, your number one contender for the women's match, Aleister Black, who beat Randy Orton last month or so. Who else? Actually, I'm searching it, but the fact that Jelly Roll is getting more airtime than so many people who on the main event scene of WrestleMania is ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. With me, I was cool with the whole Kit Wilson stuff. You wanted to have a little fun match like at Mania for that, cool, no problem. That's cool. But once he's like talking to Randy 3 times backstage, then bringing up
Yeah,
Cody's on the way, then he's in like the main event segment. I'm like, you're
bro.
went from being like, the voice of reason for the people to now you're a main character in this feud. And it's like you had one tag match at SummerSlam. Now you're like in the main event scene. Like, I don't know. I just don't like that. It's
Bro,
blowing me.
he was in the Judgment Day reunion segment, which
He
was one
was
of the
exactly that too.
which was one of the highlights of this episode. Which that was one of the few times I was like, oh, hey, I like this because that props to R-Truth. Let me tell you, R-Truth, props to him. Um, but yeah, when it comes to Jelly Roll, it's that's someone who saw that tag live in person. It wasn't worth all
It
that.
was
It
something.
wasn't.
We'll go
It
there.
wasn't worth all that. Oh yeah,
Well,
of course.
certainly
Well,
a
he was
match of
in
all
it.
time.
It was a match of all time. Um, and I really, now that I'm thinking about it in hindsight, I really hope after that match, that was when they decided they were going to give Drew the championship. Um, after, uh, man, SmackDown these last couple of weeks before last, I would have told you was better than Raw. Raw absolutely
It was
mollywops.
looking good. It was looking good, and somehow you undid it all in one episode.
One
Raw
episode.
absolutely mollywops SmackDown. Oh man, I don't even know what to tell you guys. Like,
Yeah. I would say one good thing from SmackDown, and the one good thing is we're getting an unsanctioned match with Fatu and McIntyre at Mania, and that's going to
Amen.
be insane.
yeah,
Insane. I cannot wait for that.
I'm
So,
actually very excited for that.
like, I legit
sorry.
popped in the house. Like, so, out of all the nonsense that was going on, we had one positive, which was the unsanctioned match at Mania. So, shout out to Nick for getting that, set up.
Nick is a real one. Nick will be like, hey, y'all fighting? Let's just make the match, bro. You're not gonna draw it out.
Yeah, SmackDown this week was a L. The
0 out of 10.
All right, man. Should we let's liven the episode up a little bit. Steers, what you got for us on the grid side, my boy?
Hello. Okay. So I have reverse goods, and I promise you, this was triple checked. This
Mhm.
was checked multiple times today. So
Okay, great.
for those who are for those who are uh listening to the podcast, we advise that you switch to the video format so you can see what's going on. But if you don't want to, that's fine. Or you can't, that's fine. Uh, what do you guys see right now? Do you guys see the whole screen or
Well, I see the whole screen and I see the notes. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all realize how hard it is for me to say that now, right? I real I saw you and Rick both fumble on it last week too. I thought that was hilarious
okay?
when
What
I
do you
have to
guys do?
tell
You guys
people
see?
to switch from audio to video. Now we're
Do you,
seeing the grid. Now we're seeing just the
okay.
grid.
So for those who don't know, reverse grid is exactly what it is. So grid is typically you're filling in the 3x3. This in reverse grids, you're using the 3x3 to figure out the 6 categories. Um, So there are 6 categories that the fellows are trying to answer using the rows and columns, and each column will have a common thing to go. So for the columns, we have Io Sky, Jason Jordan, and Kofi Houston. The second column, we have Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins. And the last column, Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, and the Ultimate Warrior. Wiz, Io Sky, Randy Orton, Becky Lynch. Second row, Jordan, Strowman, Reigns. Third is Kofi Kingston, Rollins, and Ultimate Royal. But who wants to go first?
All right, I can go first. So the row of Braun Strowman, Jason Jordan, and Roman Reigns were all tag champs with Seth Rollins.
That is correct.
I
Nice.
had no idea. I'm so lost.
Um. Hmm. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, Ultimate Warrior. That could be a bunch of things.
Mhm.
Could it be double champions?
You're really close. Where did that happen at?
At WrestleMania. Nice.
Correct.
Okay. See,
Okay,
because
okay,
it was either
okay.
because I was thinking either like a WrestleMania main event kind of thing or a double champion thing. So the fact that it was both,
I thought it might
nice,
have,
nice.
I thought it might have been a Royal Rumble thing, but thank God you got
Mhm.
that. Rick.
I
Uh,
only remember because I remember like so I was thinking about Becky won her 2 titles in a main event. Roman did it
Mhm.
against Brock, and then of course when I think
Hmm.
about Warrior, all I think about is him beating Hogan for the world title when he was IC champion. So that's
yeah,
just like that was my
Yeah.
whole thing. I couldn't think about what else it could have been. It could be Intercontinental champions also, but
Mhm.
that'll probably be a reach. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, I
is
mean, it's right.
is Randy Strowman and Seth wherever one is? Because then Braun went like the biggest Rumble ever when it was
the
Saudi.
Greatest
He
Royal
he
Rumble.
d- he did, but that's not what I'm thinking for that one.
Okay.
Ah,
Um, would Kofi, Seth, and Warrior? They were all Intercontinental champions, right? But is
True,
that
but
the
that's
answer?
not that is correct, but I am not. That's not what I'm thinking for that one
Yeah,
either. I will
Kofi,
tell you
Seth,
both.
Warrior.
I tell you both that both those categories are WrestleMania related.
Something
uh,
related.
WrestleMania related. Okay. Hmm.
Won their first world championship at Mania.
For which one?
For Kofi, Seth, and Ultimate Warrior.
oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice,
Good job, Vaughn.
nice.
Okay. I'll say we have
Yeah,
WrestleMania. We
I'm
All
got
looking
the
time I
cash
helped
see.
out.
in,
I'm
and
looking at this. I'm looking at this. EO, Randy, and Becky, and also EO, Jason Jordan, and Kofi. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Uh,
okay.
uh,
So I would tell you guys that these are probably the hardest ones. I told you this well is WrestleMania related.
Uh,
Hmm.
I told you this. I haven't told you anything about this one. This one is show related, like
show related.
PLE related.
Royal Rumble winners.
No, yes, but
Shit.
no. Actually, no.
Wait, no. Wait.
Io
EO
Sky
has
has it
one.
I
one.
was
You're
gonna
right.
say,
You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
As the year Royal
My bad. My
Rumble?
bad. My bad. She has it. She has
No,
it. I'm thinking. My bad.
I was thinking that when I was making this, but no, that's not what it is.
he
She's
should
lasted.
see.
She's lasted longer than few. I got. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
got.
and
Okay.
this one is championship related, combined men and women's.
They were
Championship
all
related.
NXT tag champs.
There you go.
And then I don't know
Oh.
what I forget for Jordan did.
I've been
Okay.
thinking that
Oh
since
my
this.
God!
I
I forgot the new day did it. I forgot the new day did it. Oh wow! I forgot about that.
I've been thinking that since the start of this segment, and I was like, "There's no way he chose this."
Randy, Braun, and Seth.
Did they cash in that Mania?
I don't think Braun's ever held the belt. I don't think
I'm
Braun's
gonna
ever
say.
held a briefcase.
He
Yeah.
was. He did. He failed
Oh, he
miserably.
did.
He failed miserably.
Oh,
This
I
was
remember
right
he
around when
tried
the
to
Shield. Mm-hmm.
exactly because he tried to cash it and the Shield beat him up. I remember that shit.
Shield reunion.
that's funny.
Randy, Braun, and Seth. Jesus.
It's not a height thing.
Not a cash in.
You said that was WrestleMania related?
Yeah, it's not Mania
It,
related.
yeah, it was WrestleMania related.
Jeez.
Not a cash in.
Did they, maybe they all appeared on the same WrestleMania together. Who knows? Maybe they were all won the title
I
at
think at
WrestleMania.
least five. I think of at least five.
I'm thinking about which one though.
They all be in, yeah, kind of thing.
I would tell you. I would tell you.
Wait. Because Randy Orton, no, wait. Because what was that WrestleMania that Braun Strowman won the tag team titles at, bro? That was a WrestleMania, wasn't it?
So that
That's
is
a
the
great question.
question.
That was that WrestleMania that was in New Orleans, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be
Was that 30?
31. That would be 31.
No, not
30?
30, not 30, not 30. It was the it was
31.
this
31.
bro. Because I know
30.
because Roman and Brock made evented, and that was the same show that AJ and Shinsuke went against each other. I can't think of the fucking number.
It's higher than 31. I can tell you that.
And that was 2018, right?
Oh, I don't be on.
WrestleMania 34? Was that
That
34?
is correct.
Oh,
Jesus. Okay.
God.
God. All right. Good. I'm still on this last one, man. Io,
So
Randy, and
no,
Becky.
I would say I said this was pay per view PLE related. This is a top big four PLE related. And you're also thinking same thing with the last WrestleMania with the WrestleMania one we just did.
Are they
Think
all participating in the War Games?
yes, but what year?
Um,
Last year was no.
2023.
It was 2023.
Okay. Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Because I was about to say that was when because that was the same one CM Punk came back up.
Yeah, this is the one that we on which one that
Mhm.
Becky Lynch team of Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, and Bianca beats Damage Control.
Alti wasn't at Morgan's match.
But
Y'all
you guys
remember
have
when
it.
Shotzi was getting
For
main
people,
event pushes?
Oh, what a
Mhm.
time.
So for people who are not viewing the video format, uh, and for the first column of Io Sky, Jason Jordan, and Kofi Kingston, we have NXT Tag Team Champion Orton, Strowman, and Rollins were at WrestleMania 34. Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, and Arkin Royal all became double champion at WrestleMania. Survivor Series 2023 included Io Sky, Randy Orton, and Becky Lynch. Tag team champions with Rollins were including Jason Jordan, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns. And Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins, and the Arkin Royal all won the first world title at WrestleMania, all in memorable moments. The cash
Mm,
in, Kofi Mania, and double champ. Royal being included to become double champ. You
Mhm.
guys have it.
nice.
Thank you guys for playing.
Nice.
Sears, I'm gonna give you a new nickname for your honor, your valor, and just the amount of dedication you put in every week, all to spike WrestlePlay. But we now have to call you the Game Master.
That's fine.
Nickname generator over here.
I'm even gonna go so far as to rename that.
Game
Now I have
master.
two. I just have two nicknames.
Yes, Sears is
Well,
now the Game Master.
I will also take the pettiest player in the game because I am also the pettiest person you will. You know, but the players calls me, and now it took away a weekly business for us.
That is funny how it took one match, one game, we're like, yeah, no, I'm making my own Russell plays.
No. It was a build up. It was a build up. Okay, there was no movement of them being idiots, stupid idiots. Could say for me to be petty.
All right, man. Let's run through Raw real quick. So this week on Raw from Madison Square Garden. First things first. I never thought I would see a New York crowd so dead. Not gonna lie to y'all. Um, it was kind of dead in there, but I understand when you have matches like Division going up against the Usos in a street fight for the World Tag Team Championships. Now, before we even get into the match itself, gentlemen, how do we feel about the new Usos theme song?
I
Dog
like
shit.
it.
Dog shit.
I like it.
Two thumbs down for me. I don't know. I
Because you
get
said
it.
you like it?
I mean, I only listened to it once or twice since then. But like first of all, I thought wasn't too bad. But is it?
My
I'm not saying it's better than the previous ones. Let me be
Okay.
clear. Okay,
Hmm.
the last ones were goaded. However, this isn't that bad.
Okay. Okay.
my thing is, I'm like, why make it? I mean, I know why they made a new one, but I'm like, why make a new one when the original one is so good? Like, they can somehow get the crowd involved with the yeeting, without the changing the song. Like the original one is just too good for them to come out to. It's just us, who's and it's like electro. I don't know. I hate it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm glad that they stopped on the Jay's music because that was kind of getting a little annoying that they come out to Jay's song.
Yeah.
But the original was so good. Like you could have easily did your entrance throughout in the crowd, stopped. You want to keep the eating going, do that. But I don't know. I just can't get it. It don't feel like the Usos. It feel like I don't know. It don't feel like them. It doesn't fit their energy, in my opinion, at least. They don't. I don't make. I don't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense at all. I personally, dude, we could like it's a street fight. We couldn't have gone back to the penitentiary.
That's what
Dude,
I'm
like,
saying.
and the thing is that even if they were to drop the titles, that would have been a great way for them to go out. I don't,
Yeah, I'm like, why did they
anyway,
do the new theme and they lost the title? But that's I don't want to keep rambling about it. It's a thumbs down for me.
the theme is a thumbs down for me, but the match itself, it was entertaining. Um, man, congrats to Austin Theory. That's all I gotta say. That's literally all I have to say on the match. Congrats to Austin Theory. Even though
Yeah.
Reek says that Austin Theory will never work, congrats to Austin Theory.
I just want to. Well, okay. First, I ain't gonna lie. We have to address something. We have to address the way the show started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm not trying to cut this off, but first of all, Cody Rhodes opened the show.
Oh shoot, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
On Raw.
And this was unannounced. Stephanie McMahon shows up,
Out of
and
nowhere.
and they have a promo battle.
Yeah.
And at one point, they're going back and forth. Basically, Stephanie's like, "Yo, Randy's you had no chance against Randy at WrestleMania, right?" And
Yep.
then we get into some more like first, and then she goes, "You're not your father. You're not that guy." Da 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 da. And then Cody says to her, "And you're not your father." And it ends up, and then Stephanie ends up slapping him.
Mm.
And here's my thing about this entire segment. First of all, bringing him up like that and Cody saying that being seen as an insult. Cody even saying it at all was like, "What do you mean by that?" For one, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
because
think
what
I just think the entire thing was in bad taste.
it was.
I because the way Cody said it, that was meant to be. Well, okay. Well, so what Cody said to how Stephanie reacted to it, it was like you say
It's
that,
saying that like they're revering him.
and exactly, and it's that's just a
It doesn't
very very
it doesn't sit right.
harmful. It's a very harmful and tone deaf thing to say,
Yeah.
especially considering there's still stuff coming out about this whole thing, and it rubbed me the wrong way because I just didn't think we needed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed to, even if his name wasn't directly said. It was still very 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 distasteful
And
overall.
then what got me was like so time back team when me and Steph went to the SEMA joint, the people, the fans saying we want Vince. I'm like, there's no way you're chanting you want that guy after the long list of things that he's been involved with. So it was like, I don't know, the whole segment just left me, like you said, bad taste in my mouth because it's like you're bringing them up, then the fans are chanting we want them. The whole thing just left me feeling like disgusted because I'm like, if we are leading to a potential return of the guy on the paperwork, the OG guy on the paperwork, I'm sick.
The
Like it just left a
Godfather
bad,
of paperwork.
yeah, it just left a really bad taste in my mouth. The whole segment and then the whole chanting thing too. I just hope I'm not going that route. Yeah, I don't like it.
I will let you know right now. And I will stand on this as much as I possibly can. Because I truly do try and be a man of my word. Let y'all try and bring him back. Probably gonna be watching WrestleMania at Sears' apartment. Let him walk out. Sears will watch me walk out of his apartment, walk all the way down the steps, and I will just walk into the sunset. And then I'll come on here and then I'll completely say, hey, y'all can just call me for the AEW segment. I'll let y'all know right now. It's like again, like we said, it is in horrible taste. You are negating and you are invalidating the experiences of these women. You are negating and you are invalidating the experiences of everyone involved. That is case work. Mind you, this case is still open. It's not closed. These
Yeah.
are
I just
these.
I thought of something.
Go ahead.
Two things. One, who's going to Hall of Fame this year?
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, what
What?
if he inducts her?
What if he's also he gets Hall of
I just
Fame?
and I thought about that too because I was like, who in the hell would do it? I thought obviously Triple H would do it, right? Or
I'll
maybe
say
even
I
Shane.
honestly I always assumed it was Triple H or Shane.
Right, either that or
Well,
maybe even Shane. But I didn't think in a
with
million years it would have been Vince.
I was thinking Trish Stratus, to be completely honest.
Honestly, that would make a lot of sense too.
But I mean, yeah, they're saying his name a lot. Now, this past week, I wouldn't be shocked if he's the one to induct into the Hall of Fame. And second, what if this is teeing up to induct him to the Hall of Fame for next year?
Blech,
I will throw up.
blech.
I will throw up. I
That's
will
what,
throw
I, I
up.
mean,
and it's like with Triple H at the helm,
It could
realistically,
happen.
Vince was never going to be too far behind. And I hate that people assumed like when Triple H took over fully that like Vince was completely out of the picture. No,
No.
you got to keep in mind they've been in business with each other since 1995.
mhm.
That's been his son-in-law since 2003. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like
They spend
or 2002,
Christmases
whatever.
together.
So Vince was never going to be too far behind. I think and it's like, but even they have to realize that like this just would not be good for us. But the fact that there are some people out there that are like clamoring for it and want Vince back is it's alarming,
No,
honestly.
this is it. Just proves that we have fans are fickle, as
Really,
Brian Daniels was saying. I mean, we're garbage people. We don't care about people needs, other people. It's what's most saying to fans. What makes money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. Same thing in sports. The same thing. Like there's also the world where
Yeah.
we'll see people hope that people get injured. This is the world that we see that people hoping that politicians get shot. Right? Both sides. People just suck nowadays.
Yeah.
honestly,
That's
And
thin out too.
the wrestling fans suck nowadays.
Yeah.
the
And
IWC is a
so
cesspool, bro. Like
I don't
the
even
IWC is literally a cesspool.
yes. And the thing is that, like Vaughn said, this isn't something that like just purely is on. This is something that we've seen in person. And I think the thing is that if he were to like come back into the fold, that would be like, and I get it. Like we talk about him and Brock on this show in almost like a half serious, half tongue in cheek, like Voldemort, like, but also we want to remind people that like this is still an open case and things like that. Way about it, like in all seriousness. In case you don't know where the four of us stand, and this is the only time, one of the few times I'm comfortable speaking for all four of us. We are standing with all victims. We are believing with all women involved in this case. And hey, both of y'all under the jail. However, actually, there is no however. That is a point blank period. Sorry, guys,
Yeah.
I'm being put on the spot to talk. But
No, it's good, bro.
um,
Take your time, brother.
I just want to come back. Just know, y'all know how much I spent so much time thinking about pro wrestling in general. I will let you know. Thank God I am not a tribalist fan because you will be seeing me spend Mondays on Wednesday, Thursday, When does Collision come on? Saturday. When does CMLL when does CMLL come on? Whenever CMLL comes on, uh, I'll be watching TJPW. I'll be watching NJP. I will be up at 3 a.m. watching New Japan. It'll be me and Reek. We gonna be texting each other. Hey, you see what Yoshi Suji just did? Hey,
Hell yeah. Shit, honestly,
think
we encourage people to watch other wrestling anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, for
yeah,
one, let's say that. Watch other wrestling, please. I beg. All right. You will
dude, I will
enjoy
be
wrestling
watching
a whole lot. You will
MLW.
enjoy wrestling a whole lot more if you watch other wrestling.
Yeah.
I swear.
No, the point I was saying to all that is that we need to make WWE in order for WWE to be the company that they need to be in order to move forward. And we talk about this all the time. We have to be able to put our money where our mouth is, and we need to first off not buy PLE tickets until the product actually changes and gets.
Or just
That's
buy tickets in
why the
general.
exactly.
I think we bought tickets recently, but we'll sell them real quick.
We'll sell them real quick. Sell them real. But like we need to be able to put our money where our mouth is and be like, hey, if this is not the product that reflects us and reflects what we want to see as wrestling fans, we need to move forward. The best part about the modern landscape of wrestling is the fact that there are so many promotions out there for everyone. So I think when we get to this point where we start pushing, because WWE has been the monolith for wrestling for so long, we start getting to this place where we're starting to push the red button and we're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Blah, 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 and things like that. I'm like, oh, this is why the Monday Night Wars worked. This is why WCW worked. This is why ECW worked. Shout out to Von Shirt. This is why, like, well, y'all. This is why AEW is working because the same thing that I feel and the same sort of despair that I feel when I see I'm going to use his real name here, so the jokes that we use because I mean I'm kind of it's coming from a serious context here. When I see Brock Lesnar walk out, or when I see mentions of Vince McMahon, oh, I get quite the inverse of that every time I see
Yeah.
Brody King walk out. Like, yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. Like, I
Yeah.
think wrestling fans need to start putting their money where their mouth is. You will catch me at a GCW, MLW, TJPW, TNA, AEW. I can West Coast Pro even. I will bring back DPW. I will shout out Ashe Wrestling. I can list off 20 promotions right now that I would use as an alternative for WWE if that man walked in, and I will still probably give the same amount of time of pro wrestling that I do every week.
Yeah.
Yay. So that's my little rant. I told y'all I had four before we got on mic in pre-production. So that's I'm at like two. I'm sure we'll get two more before we get up out of here.
And I did it. I mean, I don't really curse on recording, but fuck Vince. Like it comes
Bro.
down to that. It's that simple.
Bro.
That simple.
Bro. Do we want to move on to the irresistible forces going up against Bailey and Lara Valkyria? Because
Yeah.
now, guys, let's think about this. The women's tag belts, this was the first time we had touched on it since this is the first time they were defended since the 80s. This is the first time they were defended since the 80s. Give me one second, I can pull up the exact year. But first off, incredible match from these two. Even though we've seen the finish from these women's tag matches, we know that it always ends up being a DQ of some sort. But
Yeah.
it really, really good grabs between the two of them. Hey man, Lash and that lariat. That's a deadly lariat.
Ain't it?
Man,
That's
everything last
I'm
that's
not
that
sure.
Stan Hansen lariat, boy.
man, the
Bro.
lariat, the elbow should be like the forearm should be throwing, man. Like Lash is one on ones. I mean, like I said, I'm more like I said, the match is really good. I'm just glad that they finally set up what we all been thinking anyway with the fatal 4-way tag match at Mania. Um, I just don't want to see like Lash lose it. Like we kind of mentioned earlier already, but like I said, it was a great match. I do wish Bailey and Lowry get something going because I feel like they're just like the fodder of the tag division right now, like the way it seems. But overall, a great match. Of course, no DQ finish. Like we kind of know contest kind of seems gonna happen anyway. Um, I don't see Lash lose it. I don't want to see her lose it. Like I just feel like she has so much
Mhm.
that she can do with that. Her and Naya too. Because like I said, I'm glad that Naya doing something new. Because I was complaining that around this time last year, Naya was like the final boss of SmackDown, and that got
Yeah.
old really really quick. So they're both doing really good stuff right now. I don't want them to lose it, but we'll see how it goes at Mania. But overall, it was a good match, and I'm excited to see how they progress with the women's division. Outside of, cause my biggest worry was once Rhea and Io lost the belts, how would they continue to build upon that? And they've been, still building upon it. Been still getting good matches, good stories, and a big moment at Mania. So I'm just glad that the belts didn't really fall into obscurity because we don't have Rhea and Io with it anymore.
And I do want to say too, with the tag team division, like I'm glad that they have like women that are usually like alpha types, like Charlotte's, Alexa's, women that
Exactly.
are like, fuck y'all, I want my world title, fuck this shit. The fact that they're and Bailey too, the fact that they're taking it seriously and really, really want those tag team titles makes
Mm-hmm.
it make makes the biggest difference in the world. Like when you have people that are of superstar level giving a damn, that makes all the difference in the world. So it's like
Yeah.
the women's tag team. Now I don't know how long Charlotte is going to last. I don't know how long Bailey and Lyra is going to last or whatever. But the tag team division right now is in a very, very good place.
Yeah.
And like
I
Vaughn said, I'm
think
glad that Rio and Io losing the titles didn't make them go back to obscurity.
oh, absolutely. I think first off, I would tell y'all that this was the first time these titles have been defended in MSG since the 80s. It was since 87. And I think when it comes down to the longevity of some of these teams, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see Charlexa lasting much longer past SummerSlam. Bailey and Lyra, I would hope till the end of the year. But honestly, I can see them starting to sow the seeds at Backlash because they need to pick up that storyline because, or else, what does the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde Bailey character like even stand for at this point, which we haven't touched on in a
No.
while. Um, the Irresistible Forces let Lash win Money in the Bank in September, and I'll tell you, we by this time. By this time next year, that team will be broken up, and we will be chanting a new women's champion, Lash Legend. Um, and the Bellas are going to be the Bellas. They're like, we might get one last turn before they both end their contracts, but they're just going to be the Bellas. Which, speaking of which, finally got the match made. Do we think that this is going to get bumped up to a stipulation match, or is it just going to be a fatal four-way tag? Because they still have time to add a stipulation to
I mean, fatal four ways are no DQs. So I
Yeah,
mean,
like you don't need to do much with that, honestly. Especially and also since you already have a ladder match, don't need to double dip or whatever. I don't think they would have either. I'm
yeah.
saying, but it's already a no DQ match. You don't gotta do too much. You're fine with that, unless you make it like an elimination match or something like that. Otherwise, it's cool where it is. I think.
it? That's fair. I'm not mad at that. I would. This is very, very random. When we get back around to Chamber season, I would like to see the tag titles defended in the Chamber at some point. I think those are always fun.
Yes, we definitely need to get back to that for sure.
Only happened
Yeah,
the other
and
times.
um, we were talking about the bald fraud earlier. So he came out of hiding for the Obafemi segment, which we have to touch on because I'm starting to get scared. This has been 2, 3 weeks in a row that Obafemi has started to look dominant over Brock. We all know wrestling logic. We all know wrestling logic, guys.
I said last week, man, I
Like,
was scared.
Bro, and
bro,
that's
I'm
why I'm
scared
worried,
too.
bro. They've
Yeah,
had
faith.
they've had Brock on edge for weeks,
Like at least
and bro, please.
the only thing that makes me at least somewhat confident that maybe Oba can still win. The same thing happened to Drew, and look how that turned out.
Exactly.
That's really my
They
only
made
like
Brock
saving.
they made Drew bitch that man out. I ain't go for that build. Drew was lucky bitching him out.
So
Man.
um, I'm worried. because of course every black guy that's around Brock should be worried in the WWE. However, um, yeah, man, I'm when it gets to the point where they're about to finally lock up and Triple H has to come out and separate them. I think in any other circumstances, if it wasn't for the two main events that were happening, this would be a main event.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the type of power and level that they're giving it story wise, and it makes so much sense. And I hope and pray that they make the right decision. Because if you don't, then what was the point? What was the point? He has to make Oba a star, and then he has to retire to Gunther.
And I think though, like you can say what you want about Brock. Brock is someone who gets it. He
Mhm.
is someone who gets it. Like when it's time to put somebody over, he'll do it. We've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And I think he, based on everything, I feel like he actually like likes Oba and respects Oba. And it's like, okay, I know what Oba is and what he's supposed to be. And I'm sure that he knows that Oba beating him will put him there. And
Yeah.
hell, even Bully Ray agreed with the hell I said. I'm like, just push him to the moon. Like, you can do that. Like, Oba can realistically be world champion by August.
This last week.
And no one better not. Like no one would care. I feel like no one be
Like,
no.
he can even run the same. He can even do the same exact thing. He can win King of the Ring, then win the title match at SummerSlam. Boom,
I
got
wouldn't be
your
mad
guy.
at that.
Like it, someone like Obafemi. It's not. We have a big, powerful guy like that who's over, who can actually wrestle, who can talk, has a great look, the whole thing, and is over as fuck. Like, it's not. Honestly, he shouldn't lose for at least the next year. Shouldn't get pinned. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
literally, what Brock's whole first year was should be what Oba's whole first year was.
Yeah. Like I
It's really
said.
that simple. And
Yeah.
something
It
funny
is,
that came
bro.
out of this
You
match
gotta give him
too.
an O2 run.
And I remember like something funny that came out of this match too was like, so first of all, going back to the Stephanie Cody segment, Cody pretty much put his hands on Stephanie, right? And Triple H
Yeah.
didn't do anything about it. But Triple H
No, no.
comes out for this shit and gets in the middle of it. And you got people on Twitter talking about, oh, he just wanted to be the center of attention.
He
And then they
said
uploaded the video on YouTube, and the video was titled "Triple H gets in between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar." Niggas were like, he put his name on the jaw. He put his on the thumbnail too. Da, 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 da. I'm like, listen, man.
he said work, then Stephanie.
Oh God, bro said, wait, hold on. You can touch my wife. What you fucking one of my main events? Hold on. You fucking one of my main events, bro.
Yeah.
Chill. You can
I
touch my
mean,
wife
Hey, bro.
all you want. Hey, but you're not fucking with my money. You're not fucking up with the money.
but it's
Hey,
like
bro.
we've been
That's the
saying for
same
the past few
mentality that
weeks.
led to Stephanie getting punted.
Like shit.
Yeah, we did. But we've seen the past few weeks, man. Like this thing is just so over to where like it's in my opinion at least, like my biggest thing I'm excited about for Mania. Like that's what I really want to see. Like each week the fans are getting louder and louder. Like Steph mentioned, like it makes you a little dead. But when Oba came out, they were loud as I mean as loud, you know. So it was just really cool. Just once again, just seeing that Oba come out to the big pop. He's tossing security. The one guy he threw, I know his hip is messed up because that like get hurted. So it's just like I don't know. It's just cool just seeing like this guy that I'm pretty sure we all watch, you know, from next up to NXT to now being like the guy going against Brock, who's gonna basically, you know, get over and like be like this next pillar. So man, I love every week of Over, man. Like Oba's that guy. I love Over, man. Like I'm excited for Mania. Like I can't wait. Like I'm clamoring badly for this match. Like at least a lockup or something, man. So they do a good job booking this because like it has me like on edge every time I see those two like go eye to eye. So I'm loving it.
Dude, it's definitely got me on the edge of my seat. It's absolutely insane. Um, but um, yeah, I'm excited to see how this plays out because you pulling out the big boss out of Gorilla. Like, yeah. the fact that he came out for this, Cody really put hands on his wife. I will be thinking about that for the rest of the week. Um, we had Penta go up against Kofi for the IC title, and man, in my opinion, this was match of the night. I thought this
I
was a
second
really,
it.
really solid. This was who, sure for sure. Like, mind you, the same day that this happened, it was the 20-year anniversary of Kofi signing his WWE contract. So the fact that Kofi is 20 years in and he's still hooping like this, I ain't gonna lie, man. Give him a one last little title before
Yeah.
we go ahead and put him out to pasture.
Yeah. Because I don't know, like he mentioned, even when he had a match against Javon, like Kofi is again like I don't say in ring resurgence. I feel like he's been had it. I feel like he's been like so stuck to like the tag stuff. So I feel like with Woods getting injured, he can go to some single matches going and put on bangers to prove that he still can like go in the ring. So like I don't know, it would have been sick to have Kofi in this, as you can see from your background. It would have been sick to have Kofi in that ladder match. I mean, but good match, and like you said, we got a good result because we're finally getting the idea of what we're doing at Mania with this title, and we're getting a ladder match, which the people in ladder match, it's gonna be so good. This ladder match is gonna be so good. I'm excited for that as well. So hey man,
Like we have Penta, we have JD Madonna. Cool, whatever. He's going to do the stunts. We have Dragon Lee, File,
Mhm.
Javon Evans, File, Rusev. Cool, he's doing something. Would be a good force. Be the balance the match. But like
Hmm.
three of the best high files in the company in this match, it's going to be so fucking good. Now I
It's
am
gonna be
So,
crazy.
I am curious about Javon Evans being in this match because Kofi and him have been kind of like a potential mentor mentee relationship. Like
yeah.
it's like they're building towards that. So I'm
And then
curious
they were
to
even
see.
talking in the background this week.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So I'm curious to see if we see like Kofi turn face and kind of take on that mentorship relationship with them because or maybe a New Day face turn even
yeah, because
because
even on
we
Twitter, they were like doing face stuff on Twitter, like especially uh I'm blanking on, oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. I feel so bad.
Xavier Woods?
Xavier Woods been talking about the old deal with like Roman and them jumping people, so like even on Twitter, like I feel like they make like a little like face push. So that'd be cool.
so we
Yeah,
know
and
we
then,
know this is Kofi Kingston's last contract.
Yeah.
yeah,
We
we
know
do know
this to
that.
be true because he said it himself. When did he sign that contract?
I believe end of last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember we were doing the podcast when we did it, but let me double check.
Mm.
I'm checking.
Um, but we even see the tension between him and Grayson Waller, because he was telling Grayson throughout this whole match, "Hey, I can do it by myself." Blah blah blah. Solo, solo, solo.
Yeah.
And Grayson Waller should never turn face, ever. So
Sure.
I hope that this means that Kofi is going to go back to being the face. Um,
Yes. Now, okay, so Kofi signed in October of 2025, but do we potentially see and it sounds like Debbie Woods is a similar deal. Do we potentially see New Day revamped with Evans as the phase, as a single star, and them two as like his mentors?
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, I'm mad
Because
at that. I like that.
let's not forget. And the only reason I remember this so much is because this was right when I got back into wrestling and I started watching Raw like weekly. They were looking for a mentee way before the split and the heel turn. Did you all forget Odyssey Jones?
Yep.
So I think the fact that they're able to pick up that story, or they're able to basically to them what they were trying to do with Odyssey before all the paperwork and allegations and so on and so forth came out. Speaking of which, I still don't even know what the end result of that case was, but that's a whole other story, a whole other
Yeah.
day. Um, but yeah, so if they're able to basically do that for Javon, I think that's going to be the world. And especially because when they first turned heel, it was the biggest story in wrestling. Like, forget in WWE, it was the biggest story in wrestling. So I think for it to all pay off and to have the young guy be the one that brings them back to the light, the same way how Xavier Woods was the young guy who was trying to find his way in WWE, got Big E and got Kofi, and then that's how the New Day started.
Yeah.
I think it would be almost full circle. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that like I'm not saying that Javon Evans has to start throwing pancakes in the crowd or something like that. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. He doesn't have to come out with the horn, but it can literally just be a thing of, hey, appreciate you for showing us who we are. If you need us, we got you. But we know you want to do your own thing.
Yeah. Look it. I'm all on board with that. Nah. But
I was gonna say, do we want to talk?
good.
First off, let's talk about the ladder match. We do know Javon has the opportunity to be the youngest IC champion of all time if he wins this at only 21 years old. Jeff Hardy ended up winning it at 23.
Something like that. 2024.
Yeah. So Penta's been IC champ for like what, 4 weeks, maybe five.
And so
Yeah. You know what? The IC title is meant to be a pass around title anyway. I wouldn't be mad if they passed it off. But he is the only one I want. Excuse me. Devon is the only one I would want them to pass it off to. Rusev does not need this title, nor does he have an active story to even involve this title. If you want
yeah.
Rusev to actually have a story, I don't know. When Braun Breaker returns, have him start a feud with him. Um, Penta can move to the upper mid card after he drops the IC title if this were to happen. Dragon Lee, honestly, you need to be focused on getting the cruiserweight title off of Laredo Kid and Triple A. I'm not sure if you guys have been paying attention to that. JD McDonough, after the Judgment Day breaks up, honestly should go to SmackDown. That is the future US champion right there.
Yeah.
Those are just my thoughts. Like Javon is the only like liable one where I'm like, okay, while he has the momentum that he has, and I don't think his momentum is going to stop anytime soon. Um, let's put the belt on him.
Yeah. I probably either him or Dragon Lee. I'm cool with either way.
Oh yeah, if Dragon Lee gets the belt, I'll take back everything I said about he should focus on the cruiserweight title because you know
Yeah.
me, I'm never gonna say no to Dragon Lee getting the belt.
He's been so good lately. He deserves something.
He
Yeah,
does.
I don't. I think Penta. I think they took Penta winning the match and retaining just because he's being just started. But I can see Evans winning the match as well.
Because real
Yeah,
quick, when does Penta face? He faces Vikingo before that or
the
after
11th,
that? Okay.
the
So before
11th.
that,
Okay. So yeah, I can see him losing it after the Vikingo. Yeah. Okay. It makes sense. Like timeline wise. Okay.
Um, so let's talk about the Seth Rollins segment. So first off, Paul Heyman gets confronted by Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis says, "Hey, have you checked the email?" Uh, Paul says no. Paul says, but I am going to go out and speak to the WWE Universe. He goes out, he speaks, he talks about how he's from New York and how he basically does a hate promo on New Jersey. Talks about the ECW origins and
as
everything
he
like
should.
that.
Anyway, continue.
Then not Nick Aldis, Adam Pierce comes out and he says, "You sure you don't want to check your email?" It's like, why would I check my email? Because the city of Boston has dropped the charges on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is medically cleared to compete. All of a sudden, just like that shows up there, hits him, it's Paul Heyman, and then that's what the part that threw me for me out of nowhere. The Ring General decides to start attacking Seth Rollins. Puts him in that lock, that lock, boy, that hurt lock.
Put him in the lock. Listen, for me, like I think we all can agree, it was random. but I'm not mad. Like it's giving Gunther something to do at Mania, and I'm like,
Mhm.
you're crazy as hell to think it wanted a good match out of Gunther and Seth at WrestleMania. Like I know I saw the people on Twitter talking bad about it. I'm like, you're dumb. Like we're getting Gunther and Seth at WrestleMania. That match might steal the show, like in ring wise. So like,
Yeah.
yes, storyline wise doesn't make sense. Hopefully they can like build something up these next like 2 or 3 weeks. But in ring wise, this match is going to be great. So like, I'm not mad at it. Like, I mean, I'm excited for it. Like, it's going to be a good match regardless. So hey, shout out to
I'd love for
Gunther.
it to
Shout
be like I'd love for it to just be a thing where apparently they're gonna say that like the Vision has hired Gunther to take out Seth Rollins and like
yes,
I'm cool with that man. That'll justify it. There's always been a very I'm about my bread kind of character anyway, so
yeah. And if you wanted to, you can have Braun Breaker return at Mania, cost Seth the match, and that can lead to like a SummerSlam feud. So it's right there. Like it's not that hard.
exactly.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But honestly, I mean, when you have when you have this many injuries, this is how you pivot to make it work, right? We have
Yeah,
Waco injured, we have way more winners here injured as doing so important. So like with two storylines out, you you do what you can now. We got a bang a match with Rollins and Gunther.
yeah,
Honestly, to be completely honest, you don't even need to include the division. Honestly, this is just be a Gunther wanting to take on another top star. He is being known as the career killer. Rollins is up there. I mean, he's not going to win. Rollins is not going to lose. But like that could be it. You know,
Yeah.
wanting like it doesn't need the vision and include this could be you're in my way and I want to take you out.
yeah. Like a nice little one off. Like keep quick
Um
regardless.
But it's a good
Serious,
match of the
do
night.
me a favor. Do you want to break down the last segment of the night, the CM Punk Roman Reigns segment?
Sure. I mean, honestly, Roman Reigns was out there. I don't think he said I don't think he said anything. So this was like the 10th face to face. I don't know what more you can say. But before he was about to say something, but before he was about to start, Punk music played, and Punk is walking out with one hand wrapped up for some reason. Don't know why. Like he was sitting wrapped in one hand, but they just start fighting. And
Yeah, they
honestly,
got straight to it.
we almost saw a repeat of last week when women put Punk to the table,
Mhm.
problem to the table. But nope, we saw Punk get out of it. We saw officials come down, and we saw potential GTS doings. That they did that. Uh, we saw Wayne spear someone, and then we finally saw Punk GTS him, put Wayne to the table like Homa. And honestly, oh, you guys think, but I think that's what this feud needed at this point because they've been talking for so long.
Yeah,
Like
it was missing the
it was time.
physicality.
Yeah, it needed some type of like fighting involved. I was more so invested in the aftermath. Like I've got some on Twitter, the stuff that Punk was
Mm.
doing.
Oh
Like
yeah.
like Punk, was being toxic and I kind of loved it a little bit. So it's one of those things where like I know there's no definitive, I guess, heel face character in this whole feud. But it's just nice seeing like, Punk, you know, talking shit, a little bit. So it's just I don't know, it was cool seeing the aftermath for all that. Like I said, I'm just once again always looking forward to the future and excited to see what's next. But overall, it was a cool little segment. Roman was selling his tail off, for CM Punk, which was a pretty good thing. So like I said, I'm just excited, to see where it goes.
Yeah, same. I think this has been one of the better builds that's been happening on the Mania spectrum. To be quite honest, it's been exciting so far. It's been entertaining. I Yeah, the fact that there's no definitive heel or face here, I think makes it all the more interesting
Yeah,
because,
it switched
like
every
Sear
week. It
said,
seems like.
yeah, like Sear said, it was time for them to start throwing bows. I wouldn't be surprised if when the actual match comes down, depending on the crowd reception, they try to do a Andre Hogan type thing. I wouldn't be
Mhm.
Mm.
surprised.
Yeah.
Sorry, not
Uh,
Andre Hogan, Hogan Rock.
okay, right. Yeah. Quick question:
I
Who we
wouldn't
move
be.
on to NXT? I'm bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steph.
No. Go ahead though.
No, so we went to NXT. I was just curious on because we've been talking about the whole thing of like celebrities and their influence in wrestling. What do you guys think about the whole ordeal of Speed with the Usos and the Vision and causing the match? I just want to hear what you guys think about that real quick from on. I wish Rick was
That's
here, but
stupid.
I'm curious what you guys think.
Hey, let me be the Reek advocate here. What in the world do we have ISO speed in the middle of the this tag team match for? Also, what in the world do we have LA Knight involved with ISO speed for? Mind you, let me peek behind the curtain here. While we're in the middle of recording, Sears decides to inform us, as he should, as our on-screen producer. He decides to tell us that LA Knight has shown up on Speed's broadcast and has officially furthered the storyline during his stream. Now,
See through with the camera, right? It's something crazy.
I, let me tell you something. Between this and between Trick Williams inviting Lil Yachty to SmackDown on Friday, I'm tired. And the Jelly Roll thing, of course. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I- If your name is not Bad Bunny, I do not want a celebrity touching my wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or or Stephen Amell, because Stephen Amell actually does like
Mhm.
genuinely love the sport of wrestling.
yeah.
Um,
I would
now
say,
go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You
No,
finish your thought. Finish your thought. Finish your thought.
because it's just sorry. I got an ISO right now, boys. Because what are we doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
What? Generally, what are we doing? Because LA Knight has been super over for 3 years now. Granted, I get it. He has his slip ups here and there. We all saw what happened at Chamber. We saw what happened at Money in the
Oh my
Bank.
goodness.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? But you reward him with a match against I Show Speed. Also, this is now the third major PLE that Speed has been involved in. He was at WrestleMania 40 because he was in the bottle. He was
Yep.
at the Royal Rumble last year with that spot against Braun Breaker, and then now this. So my thing is that if this ends up being a six-man tag match, you could have just put the actual belts on the line, dog. Like you could have put the actual belts on the Fed wants to sell seats. Fed wants to
Yep.
sell tickets, but they don't realize that this is not the way to do it.
I
I
mean,
have to sing like this so I don't
Dude,
end up ranting like Joe
it's
Budden.
it's like
I've
y'all
been
said.
saying the same thing for months, honestly, for years. They are catering to the
There we go.
casual mainstream
Yep.
fan base.
Not to us.
They've been doing this shit for fucking years now. Since Triple H has taken over, it's been more and more and more of the celebrity shit. Like Logan Paul was one thing. And even if it came with a branding deal or whatever, more money for the company, whatever, fine. I get it. Whatever. I don't give a shit. But the fact that we have these wrestlers who should be in more major programs or doing way better things, you're having
Yeah,
them involved with with bullshit. Now, I guess you could go back to like when Sami Zayn faced fucking Johnny Knoxville that one WrestleMania. Granted,
yeah.
that was great. That was great. Sami Zayn made that work. That was great. That was fantastic. But it's the fact that you're having celebrities so involved that they're on TV weekly, or you have them involved in these massive stories. Like Speed should have been nowhere near the Usos versus Division. Should have been nowhere near that shit.
And
So,
Adam Pearce said, "Hey, we got you a front row seat."
and I understand that this is literally the most popular YouTuber in the world, and I get it, and it's going to bring way more eyes to your product. But it's the just honestly, I blame the TKO merger because it's simply all become about views and money. Being the
Mhm.
number one company, being the number one wrestling company in the world isn't enough for some reason. I like realistically, You're not in danger of losing to AEW right now. You're not in danger of losing to TNA, New Japan, MLW. Literally you are the standard of wrestling companies. You're
And
going to
have
be
been for a
okay.
while.
You're going to be okay. Like I just so the fact that they have to stoop to using like why is a YouTuber a champion right now? Again,
Okay, hold
he
on, hold on, hold on. I hate to do this. I really do. Logan Paul is a wrestler at this point. Do we like
I
him?
don't care. As right as you might be, I don't like him. Right now,
Uh,
I understand your point. Looking at it from a wrestling perspective, I understand what he is and what he brings to the ring. I'll give him credit for that.
mhm.
I'm just trying. I'm just talking about the grand scheme of the whole thing.
Yes.
It's just now since
How
Logan
many
Paul is
titles
someone who's
away is he
actually
from
like
being Grand Slam?
Logan is someone who's actually put in
Two.
the work and has tried to get better at the craft. Someone like him and Bad Bunny, I'll give them a whole lot of respect because you're actually trying. You're actually putting yourself out there. Like Logan putting himself through a lot of shit out there. I'll give him credit for that. Like whenever he's put in those spots, he does what he has to do. You feel me?
Mhm.
So, but in the general sense, celebrities and YouTubers and all that, it's just it's too much. It's too much.
Okay.
Like you could have Speed appear by all
Yeah.
means. You know, do a segment, even do some kind of like Miz TV type shit. Cool. You know, you could have him stream, have him do like an all night stream during a big four pay-per-view or some shit. I don't know. You can do things like that because being in tune with social media is important. But you're having these celebrities be way too heavily involved in major
Yeah.
championship programs.
Because if
It's
you go ahead,
yeah.
sis, I'm sorry. Like, oh, that's good.
I was gonna say this is now two programs that have celebrities involved with the championship. The
Yes.
WWE Championship, which is your biggest title, and the World Tag Team Championships.
Yes. Like Tom Michael said earlier, you want to have celebrities do like these gag matches. You want to do Danhausen versus Speed? Cool. It's a gag match. It's fun. They want to Jolly Roll versus, like I said, with Kip Wilson, cool. But don't have celebrities so heavily invested in main event feeds where they're causing, title changes or causing big plot points, That's my big thing
Mhm.
with it. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, they have too much power in these big championship moments they shouldn't have. But yeah, it's something.
It, it's something exactly. That's the only way I can describe it. It's something. Um, and
Nothing
what's
rare.
okay? So what am I? What am I at now? Like three rants? I think we're at like three rants.
Listen, this is the Joe Budden episode. We all Joe Budden tonight.
Yeah, we all Joe Budden tonight. Bro. Let's hop into NXT. First off, let's talk about the number one contenders match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Los Americanos versus Birthright. Now, Los Americanos being in the tournament, I understood. I got that. Elio LaFleur got injured. Get that. How did we get here? That the Los Americanos, mind you, an NXT homegrown tag team was right there with Birthright.
Mhm.
Los Americanos versus the Vanity Project is our match here. Did we lose the plot? Did we did we forget what NXT stands for? Um, Vaughn, I've never hey man, Vaughn, you gonna love this one. V's up. V's up. That's all I'm gonna say. I never thought I would root against Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, but V's up.
Listen, not to be like, I don't know, like I get everything you're saying, but I feel like from an in-ring standpoint, not saying Birthright would have had a good match. I just feel like with Los Americanos and Los Americanos and any project, that is going to be some good graps. Regardless of them or Birthright, I feel like at the end of the day, we're getting good graps. And honestly, Los Americanos don't have really anything going on the main event scene either. So if you wanted to have them be in this NXT tag division, just have them doing something, I wouldn't be that upset with it. But I get your frustration, with them already being number one an established tag team before they became Los Americanos. uh,
Yep, yep, yep,
and
yep,
stuff
yep.
like that. So, and them already having their run in NXT and having damn good runs at that when they were in NXT. It doesn't make sense from that standpoint, but from a grab standpoint, I think like the good matches we'll get and the potential feats we can get, I'm all on board with it. But yeah, man, I, I don't know. For me, Birthright, I feel like they're missing something. Like I don't know what that something is, but they're missing
I'll
something. And
tell you what the
it could
something
have been their
is. It's
family.
David
It could have been their
Finley.
family. Yeah, it could be their family, but they're missing something, man. Like to the point where I'm not mad that Los Americanos got the win over them for this match and deliver. So, but either way, I'm going to grab. So I'm happy, but I
You
totally
know,
agree with that as well.
you know what this sounds like? This smells. Oh, it smells like this smells like another situation where was the Andrew team was supposed to win it all, and they had to
Mhm.
pivot last second.
Yeah.
You
Because
think Eli and Elio were supposed to win?
I think so because Randy Parton was the heel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they needed two crazy baby faces, and Eli and Elio definitely could have been that.
And that would have been a great
And
match, too.
so
Yeah.
that's why I think that's exactly what I think happened. I mean, because we had a heel versus heel no contenders match, and I think and then we had a heel versus heel. Now we have a heel versus heel championship match. I think the injured team was supposed to be in this spot.
Yeah.
I think it was so crazy. And rest up to Elio LaFleur because we found out on Tuesday that he's gonna be out for 6 months. I was telling this in the
Jeez.
group chat. Yeah, I was telling this in the group chat. Like he got signed to NXT maybe like last November. He was
Mm.
on WWE TV by January. He gets fast tracked to become the Speed Champion. They decide that hey, we don't have anyone for you to face right now, so we're gonna put you in a tag team with Eli Knight. They were giving this kid all the spotlight, and I say kid as a colloquial term. They were giving him all the spotlight, and he gets injured at an NXT house show. Not even like something on TV, but he gets injured during an NXT house show. I would be so upset, especially knowing that he was also like one of the more popping people on the French Indies. Granted,
Yeah.
don't ask me why I know about the French Indies, but like he was one of the more popping people out there. So to see him kind of come over and get the spotlight and then injuries take him out, it's kind of wild. Like I wish him all the best. Like I said, when he got the speed title, that match against him and Eli Knight is probably the best speed match to happen under the NXT banner. Um, Eli Knight, I wish you could get your original name back, but like I guess you're gonna be EK Prosper now.
It
I'm gonna
makes
try and
sense.
have more.
I mean, it makes sense. It was so close to LA Knight's name, and the fact that LA Knight was Eli Drake, like I don't know, it was very. I thought it was going to happen.
I'm sorry, it's just between Eli Knight and Starboy Charlie. I had to say something.
Oh, Subway Charlie, he's in the Fed. I'm excited.
He's Chaz Hall.
Oof, I'm excited.
Anyway, man. Overall though, I will say good match. It kept me on my toes because I was like Sear said, I have no idea who's gonna look more like the face heading into this situation. I might end up rooting for the Vanity Project to retain. Just
Danny Punk is the heel.
The Hills, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they're definitely the heels, but the way how the Americanos have been moving, they're the way how Los Americanos have been moving, like yeah, they'll hit the little dance every one or two, but they're not looking like the faces here. And also, I would much rather just root for the homegrown NXT team and whatever gets Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate out of those masks. Like I get it, Tyler. I'm sure you like it. The fact that you're hanging around your girlfriend more, the fact that y'all are like spending more time together, brother. There are things for you. The world tag team titles are right there for you. You can take them from the vision. I believe in
bring
you.
back, bring back Newcastle Republic.
Please. Um, let's see what else is there. So Jada Parker got the win over Kaylani Jordan. Keanu Carver got the win over Jasper Troy. We talked about Elio vacating. Oh, let's talk about this main event between Kendall Gray and Lola Vice. I'm not going to lie. Great match. Genius finish. Like genius finish. I'm not saying it's a genius finish on the level of like, I don't know, let's talk about great finishes. Like Hangman Adam Page, Lance Archer. I'm not saying it's like that great, but as far as pushing the story forward and also not
Mhm.
making Lola look weak, because regard because mind you, she is a champion right now. Like it makes Little Gray is getting the absolute rocket NXT. While I am happy for her, does make me question why couldn't they have done this with Callie Armstrong? But that's I've talked about that too many times on Mike. I'm gonna start sounding like a broken record. This match was beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. I think it was one of the highlights of this episode, one of the highlights of this week. What did you guys think about the finish? What did you guys think about the match overall? And who do you guys think is going over now that we know that it's been confirmed that it's going to be a triple threat on Saturday?
Yes, yes.
I believe I called this last week, if I'm quick on. Uh,
Mm.
I honestly think that grenades are available. I mean, I think Lil Blaze is going to be there to protect Jason Jane and it will allow her rather than move up. And I think Greg's going to win the belt deal. I mean, oh, we see a little like heel tone potentially,
Mm,
Mm.
and this kind of sets up that sets up to go out to be the next chapter of the next era, I guess. Of NXT. But I think
mm,
we see Jason Jane lose, and depending on what they want to do, I think I'm leaning more towards Gray winning the belt. Because let's be honest, if they want a little place to be champion, they would have done it by now.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
this is going to
they
be her third title opportunity, I believe, in like the last year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like granted, this is kind of like Gray's second, but like she has been in NXT as long as Lower Vice has. So I'm
Yeah.
leaning more towards Gray unless they're doing Lower Vice heel tone, which in that case would say Vice, but I think Gray has it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, I feel like Kendall Gray wins unless we get a little White heel turn, which can have them get that nice feud going, which I think really good. Because I mean,
Mm,
that match was insane. So you telling me we got a best out of three series with them at PLE with these
yeah.
matches they've been given? I'm on board with it. So I think without a Lola Vice heel turn, Kendall Gray wins. We get a heel turn, Lola Vice wins. And I'm hopefully after this is all said and done and the smoke clears, we've been discussing this. I just hope that JC Jane goes up to the main events. I mean the main roster. Like I think JC Jane have a nice run in the US title picture for the women. Because oh my goodness, Tiffany versus JC, I'm on board for that. JC versus Julia,
Yeah.
because Jason's not afraid to to throw dip and tell little Joshi style with the hard hitting and stuff. So I feel like that could be some good stuff there too. So like, I just hope that when the smoke clears, we get something going with JC's on the main roster, and you can even bring up Fatal Influence and they go in the tag division because I mentioned like Laney and Fallen are great graps as well. So like, throw them in the tag division, that can be crazy. So but yeah, like seriously, I agree. I think once everything is set and clear, that Fatal Influence has, get the push and they go from there. The call up.
Yeah. I think um I'll be the contrarian on this one. I can see it more when Lola Vice wins. I can see
Yeah.
it. Her name has been growing. She's been steadily doing more promo for the brand, especially plus the fact that they're gonna have to reward her for doing double duty between two
Yeah.
brands. So I could see Lola Vice getting the win here. However, I think if Kendall Gray were to win this, they need to add some sort of humility to her character. There needs to be something that can get fans more invested in her. So I think having her lose just could be that. Um, as far as I completely agree with you guys though. Whatever happens out of this match, JC, you should show up on SmackDown next week.
Yeah.
Yes, to Mania. This is what for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
JC should show up the Friday after Mania.
honestly, I think they all should. That was fun.
Yeah.
JC, Laney, and Fallon. Fallon
Yeah,
would
because
have
I
to.
yeah, because I
Oh yeah, no. I was about to say Fallon would have to vacate the speedboat, but no, she dropped that to Ren.
Yeah.
What did you
Lane's a
say?
hooper. I want to see Laney with a couple people on the main roster. So I mean, that's for another day.
Should we jump into AEW real quick,
Yeah.
or do we
yep.
want to do stand and deliver predictions while we're talking NXT?
I bet some predictions first. Yeah, you might as well. I mean,
All right, so let's do the predictions for the NXT Championship, the Fatal Four Way. Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Tony D'Angelo. Who we got winning?
Go Henry.
Yeah, I think Joe's going to retain.
Henry's gonna win. Yeah, it's for Joe. I have Joe winning.
For the NXT Women's Championship, well, we already just said it, but JC Jane, Lola Gray, Lola Vice. I will go Lola Vice. What do y'all think? Lock in them parlays, boys.
Right.
Okay, you're sticking with Gray.
Darn.
Mm,
I don't know. I'm gonna go with. No, I'll be different. I'm gonna go JC. Why not? Three-way split. I'm gonna go JC Jane
All right,
just for the
fine.
split.
The NXT Women's North American Championship, Tatum Paxley versus Blake Monroe. I see Tatum retaining.
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Blake.
Mm,
Okay. NXT North American Championship, Miles Bourne versus Johnny Gargano. I see Miles Bourne
on.
retaining.
Osborne. Yeah.
Why is Johnny back in NXT to begin with? I get it. It's good for the storyline. It gets him out of his slump.
Yeah, keep
Um,
going.
Vanity Project versus Los Americanos. Please, 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 please. Let it be the Vanity Project.
Boys gonna pull it out.
Oh,
Maybe
Vaughn
project.
loves these. Vaughn loves these boys. Like I, it's
It
so
just
funny
it,
to
it
me.
just gives me like flashbacks when at Frostburg. I don't know. Just just the
Oh,
douchey
I see
frat
it.
guys.
I see it. Um, we went to college with a lot of them.
Yeah, a few of them.
Ugh, but it because I was like I was watching them in Evolve and I didn't even feel this much love for them. Like, Sol Ruka or Zarya? Zarya. It has to be Zarya.
It has to be Zarya.
All right, and then
Yeah.
on the countdown show, we got Hank and Tank, Shiloh Hill, EK Prosper. That's gonna be so weird for me to get used to. And Ren Sinclair going up against Birthright in the mixed tag. I'm not gonna lie, Birthright has to win this, or else what is the dominance that they have? You literally have a TNA Knockouts champion in your stable. What are we doing? A former TNA International champion.
Then they have to win, but I'm gonna let Hank and Tank kill EK and Sinclair. I don't know, I just feel like the faces might pull us out.
The only way I could see Hank and Tank, the only way I can see the faces pulling through is because we need to establish EK Prosper. We need to establish Shiloh.
Yeah.
Have to gain momentum. Here's what
Yep.
you think.
I think both right.
All
Yeah, I
right.
think both
So
right.
two birthright, one for the faces. Cool. Now let's jump right in to AEW. So we had AEW last night in Winnipeg, Canada.
Hmm.
Man, I don't know about y'all. Maybe I was the only one that wasn't expecting this, but I guess since everyone thought, oh, they're in Canada, Jericho's got to show up. When that timer hit, dog, first off, even Tony Schiavone looked confused. He was like, what's with the fireworks? What are we doing? Like he kept looking towards the stage like three times. Um, then Jericho comes back. I'm not gonna lie. I've been on this podcast for like the last year saying that I think Jericho needs to retire. But I popped. I popped. It's Chris Jericho. Like he's a legend. So I'm gonna pop. Also, I was expecting him to be in WWE, so I didn't expect him to come back to AEW. So I was like, oh, this will be funny. Um, what did you guys think of the Jericho return? What do you guys think is next for Jericho? Let's start there.
Um, I think the moment itself was cool because I mean, it's Jericho come back to wrestling, so I feel like that's gonna be a big moment in itself. I, I just think the reception that he wanted wasn't reciprocated. If that makes sense. I feel like he attempted to aura farm for like 15 minutes and to get a crowd reaction, and he was like begging for it like every 5 minutes. Um, so other than the pop, I guess not being what he wanted to be, it was just cool to see Jericho back. Number one, I do wish he would have signed with WWE because there's other things from that side that I wish and that I kind of want to see. Me being selfish, but like you said, it's Jericho. Like he's coming back. It's gonna be cool to see Jericho back on TV. The entrance was popping. The theme song is popping. Everything was great. What's next? As someone who's getting back into watching AW, I guess in a sense, I have no idea what's next. Um, but whatever is next, hopefully it's not that learning tree stuff that he was doing beforehand, and that it's actually some substance that can, hopefully make this return, worthwhile. Because I wait for the return to be him coming back and then he's doing nothing, or he's back to like bad gimmicks. So hopefully he's back and he's something that's of some substance than just the fodder he was doing at first. So I mean previously. So but overall I'm
I
excited
wouldn't
to see
mind if I wouldn't mind if we got a Jericho MJF and we ran back their history from the inner circle.
that'd be cool too.
Steers, what do you
Honestly,
think?
so one, I don't think Kojiro could re-sign with AEW. I think a contract was frozen with AEW. But that's something that someone's gonna do when wrestlers are out. I don't want them to leave. They can freeze a contract to keep them that long. But I think that's what happened with. I think that's what happened with Buddy Murphy actually, Buddy Matthews. So I don't know. Like apparently his contract was supposed to end at the end of 2025. I just looked it up. And this is according to Sports Illustrated. But apparently that it was squeezed back in February. So I think there's still a chance that he leaves. I think this is just AEW's way of keeping that a little bit. I think what's out in terms of what's next for him, I don't know. Because but honestly, the last time he left, he said that when he was ready, he'll come back with Big Bill and keep what's his face?
Yeah, Big Bill,
Big
Brian
Bill.
Keith,
Yeah, Brian Keith.
and
There we
now
go.
they're paid in full on ROH. So I don't know if that storyline's gonna pick up or what.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know, but like I can imagine he's trying to go after the world title, which is going to be crazy because nobody ever got to get to it again. Um, I'm just like, is he going to be a face? I don't know. I think they're going to try to push him to get the fans back behind him, but I do see a sort of like NJF. I can also see a world where they want back Kenny Omega, and maybe they try to do like a Jericho league one, Jericho highlights one
Mm.
before he
That's
leaves.
fair. I mean, it's the Wrestle Kingdom match that kind of. I mean, their Wrestle Kingdom match kind of proved that there was a room for AEW to even exist. So if they wanted to bring it back, because AEW is about to be on like their seventh anniversary as a company, so they could do
Mhm.
something like
Yeah.
that. Overall, man, like I think Jericho coming back, even though it's so funny, I was at his last match, when he lost against Bandito for the ROH World Title.
Mm.
So, and ever since then, I've been saying that Jericho should just go off into the sunset and retire, or go to WWE. But I, again, y'all got me. Y'all suckered me. He looks ripped. Looks like he can still go. If y'all want to if y'all want to go ahead and run the team, run the team. Feel me? Like, but someone who I am very interested in, Will Ospreay, took on Pac this week. Now, Vaughn, you are the graps guy, so let me. I'm gonna let you ISO this, but please go ahead.
So shout out to y'all for every week saying, Vaughn, if you're this scraps guy you say you are, you need to tune back into AW Weekly. And I've been trying, y'all. I've been trying. And this week I tuned in, and like once I saw the card on Twitter, I'm like, Osprey and Pop, I gotta tune in. And man, were the grabs there. You start off with getting done with Osprey in the entrance. They're doing the whole next telling thing, which was really good storytelling in ring perspective wise. Then they get into the ring and the bell rings and they take the fuck off. Like, we're getting the flippy dippities, which I like. We're getting the spots on the outside. We're getting the great in ring stuff. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's a dead given. It's an obvious. If you're someone who even knows about wrestling, if you have these two together, you shouldn't expect less from Osprey and Pac. Um, which once again ties it back into having excited for what's next. So if I'm mistaken, I can't remember. I think Osprey won, right? And then that's when the Death Riders came out. Or the Pac win.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So yeah, Osprey wins.
Ospreay won with a roll up.
Yeah, roll up, and that's when Death Riders come in, and they're about to take them out again. And then that's when Mox, tell them like, I could do this, but I'm not going to. So kind of nice little build, which we're getting towards, I think, what, Dynasty, where we're getting Moxley and Osprey. But yeah, man, it's a simple equation. You just take two in ring goats and let them just make magic. So as someone who's once again getting back to AEW, this definitely has me wanting to watch more weekly. And just definitely going to tune into Collision tonight, and catch up on it if we get a chance to see, how do we progress this story, the Death Riders and Osprey. So hey, from the Jess Vaughn Graps review, 5 stars, man. So like it was nice. It was definitely like one of my matches of the week, easily, with those two. So I'm excited, man. It was still some good stuff.
I do want to touch on real quick before we get to the next like major segment for
Mm.
AEW. Me and Shirakawa and the Brawling Bird versus the Triangle of Madness. That was, if we're talking graphs, beautiful. Mina Shirakawa is really, excuse me, is really filling in the place of Tony Storm while she's indefinitely injured. Um, I say injured with quotes because who knows? We haven't got who knows? It's wrestling, but really really good match. But I this Darby Allin storyline. Peters, I know you're a huge Darby guy. It's really got me curious because with Darby back on the hunt for the AEW World Championship, MJF hiring the Don Callis family to go ahead and take Darby Allin out. What in the world could a potential Andrade and Darby Allin match look like? I want to know what's your thoughts.
I think that's just be a good match. I mean, Andrade is rediscovering himself after all. He puts the two, but he quick WWE one and then his forced in AEW. Now I think he's finally catching a groove, and I think a Darby Allin versus Andrade match would be fun as hell to watch. I think it won't be. I don't think it'll be a technical match, but I think it'll be a high paced match, honestly. Uh, but honestly, story wise line, I think Allen wins the match. I think Allen is the one to take. He should be the one to take the blood off of MJF. Yeah, we're gonna have issues. Well, maybe. Who knows? Maybe. Uh, but I do think Andrade. This is like Andrade's breaking point potentially with the Don Callis family. I think this is when we see him leave
Mm,
because at this point he's starting to be like, "What the hell are we doing? Like,
yeah,
why are we working with the guy that we're trying to get the bet off of? Like, no, that's not how we should be doing this. We should be setting myself up me up for the title match. So I do think this is. I think we're going to see the relationship between Andrade and Don Callis family start to fall apart at this point. But I think it's just another stepping point for Darby Allin in pursuit of the AEW championship. Now, with that said, I don't know if we will truly get that though, because the second part of the segment has Brody King, has Jack Perry and Kenny Omega coming out. Well, Jack Perry and Brody King coming out for the save, and Kenny Omega walking down the ramp, Omega and Allen kind of have a face off with each other. So I don't know, like potentially one of them is going to turn heel at some point, and we see them go after each other with the ball on the line. But let's see, I think this is out on his last shot at the title if he actually going to win it. So
Mm.
I mean, this is also biased. I want him to be champion, but
I wouldn't be surprised if, because based off of the MJF and Kenny Omega contract signing, which I know that we didn't talk about really, it looks like it's not looking good for Kenny Omega.
mhm.
MJF brought up a bunch of things about Kenny Omega. He brought up the fact that basically he's on a ticking clock, health
Yeah.
wise. He brought up the fact that Kenny's just trying to have one last spurt in his career. MJF basically he obliterated Kenny on the if you ask
Yeah.
me. His own in his own home country, which is kind of embarrassing. Um, but I think I could very well see Kenny Omega losing the match next Sunday, and then when Darby Allen beats Andrade, gets a title match against MJF, and then Kenny Omega screwing Darby out of his title. I very well see it like Sears is calling. I think one of them will turn heel. I would like to see a heel Kenny. Uh, and honestly, I think I think the person who's going to take the belt off MJF at this point, it might have to be Osprey.
Mhm.
Osprey have to be champion. Tell you, I swear to God, if Darby Allen does not win the title at all, I might be fucking pissed.
Because has everyone no one of the four pillars hasn't been a world champion because Sammy Guevara hasn't been champion, but Darby Allin definitely is way more right to be champion than Sammy Guevara. No offense to Sammy. Um,
Honestly,
let's,
I think Allen should have won the title from Moxley, but I guess.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that take. Let's talk about the MJF Speedball Mike Bailey match that closed out the show, the AEW World Championship Eliminator match. Dude, I think MJF is really showing off his versatility when it comes to match styles in this second run as AEW World Champion. Because think about everyone he's gone against. He's gone against Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and Hangman Adam Page. That was how he won the belt. Then he defended
Mhm.
against Bandito. Then, if we want to include non-AEW defenses, he's defended against Zilla. He's defended against a couple other people on the Indies. Excuse me for not remember. I have to keep a lot of wrestling in my head. He's defending against Brody King. Who else has he defended against in the second round?
Kevin Knight, right?
Yeah, Kevin Knight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Speaking of which, since we're talking about Kevin Knight, Tony Khan, I don't know why you won't just take the belt off of Kazuchika Okada. Kevin Knight was right there, but I digress. That
We had Hangman in the death match.
yeah, we
Yeah.
had Hangman. So we're seeing all these different styles of wrestling that MJF is actually showing up on top of. And I think not only is it pushing MJF as a wrestler, but it's also building him as a character because now he looks like a Swiss Army knife in a way that like no one's ever thought of. And I think that's actually kind of genius on both of their parts because it's like MJF is really going to be the future of wrestling because he just turned 30. He's just now
Hmm.
hitting his prime. You have to build him like a monster, and they're doing so in the most subtle way ever. This is a dude who literally calls himself the devil of pro wrestling. He has to come off like that guy.
Yeah. But I agree with what you mentioned. Like, as someone who's been getting back into it and watching like some of the other stuff, like the list of guys he's been getting in the ring with from an in-ring standpoint has been crazy. And, as and then, and someone who's been getting back into it, like I said, I thought he was just like a guy that was like all mic and character, but like this like line of guys he's been getting in the ring with and proving that he's more than just a character worker and just a mic worker. That when the bell rings, he can actually, get in the mix with some of the best in ring guys and prove he belongs. So, just from my point of view, somebody's get back into it. So, it was cool. Like I said, just seeing him, number one, talk his ish like he always do, back it up, the in ring stuff. MJF is one of them ones. So, like I said, it was a nice showing for MJF. Speedball looked really good. I just hate the whole ordeal with like the American thing as like the heel work because like I
I
guess
mean, it was because they were in Canada. That's the only
yeah,
reason I
I
gave it.
guess yeah. So it makes sense. It's one of those where like it's like the hanging fruit where like it's so obvious that I hate, but it works. But like other than that, doesn't mean just nitpicking. But hey, it was good. And like if I'm just curious, like I always say, what's next to MJF? Like obviously the stuff at the that's like come up eventually at Dynasty, etc. But yeah, he's one of the ones. Like I'm excited to see his run this year and what they how they book him. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: since we're talking AEW, this is actually breaking news. The Hurt Syndicate is back. Bobby Lashley is off of injury. Um,
Yep,
that just happened on Collision, and
I'm
apparently
watching
they are
Collision right
looking
now.
and they are looking to bring in new members. So I want to play a quick little game before we get into Sears' last little game. Who do we think the Hurt Syndicate is going to recruit?
I don't be
All I'm
that
gonna
guy,
say
but
is
somebody black, obviously, right?
Owens.
he's got to be black. See Zombie Bowens.
Hmm.
Bowens is looking to join up with somebody. And Look might not let him into the ops.
I don't know. I feel like I'm watching. I gotta watch more. I have no idea.
Don't lie. Hey, Kevin Knight, what you doing?
I was
He
just
wants
thinking that, but he just wanted to. He just became a
Yeah,
championship.
that would be sick though. That would be sick.
my own thing is that
Uh,
Speedball's been going after the TNT. Mystico's just there. Mystico's just shows up to help out. He's just happy to be there. And then Kevin Knight very obviously wants singles gold, or else he wouldn't have gone up against Kazuchika. He might be like, "Hey,
Mhm.
Speedball, I got to issue. Join up with a boss."
That would be sick. I could imagine just like MVP cutting a promo for. Oh my, yeah, yeah, that'd be
And
sick.
what
crazy thing
about
is,
female star?
oh, bring up Athena. Bring up Athena. Bring up a, Whatever will put Athena on my television. Do it.
Yeah, that'd be sick too.
Let me look through the roster real quick just to make sure I'm not missing out on anyone potentially.
Mm.
But that'd be insane. You give me,
Is you can have Athena come up and then just. I mean, I don't even know Athena because Will has the TBS championships, though, right?
yeah, well, those have the TV championships.
So you want to go Athena with the new backing of her syndicate against Willow for the TBS championship. I'd be down for that.
This is one that like would kind of disappoint me, but I could kind of see it. Jay Lethal,
Yeah, that would be
Mm,
disappointing.
no,
I mean,
they have MVP. They don't need another old guy.
yeah, that one of the other old guy
And,
to just talk.
actually, no, they're all old guys. Hold on.
Tell
ooh,
Jay Lethal though, but I don't know.
shout out to Jay Lethal. What about Lee Moriarty? What about Lee Moriarty if he leaves Shane Taylor?
Mm,
He's got to
I
drop
can
that
see
belt at
it.
some point. He's the longest reigning ROH pure champion.
I can see it.
I said too. I'm excited. Like I said, I don't know. Like whoever they decide to bring in, like I said, I'm one of the people where like I'm like rewatching stuff. I wish her business worked more in the WWE. I'm just glad that they
Yeah,
get a
same.
second chance in AEW. Hopefully they run with it and then it makes something good. So it's been really good so far. So whoever they bring in, hopefully that person's getting like a nice push and they're not coming in just to be, fodder and just be a character in the group.
I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie, man. Cedric, how much time you got left on your TNA contract? Because,
Didn't he
brother, I
just
would
sign
much
that?
rather. Oh yeah, they did just re-sign him,
Yeah,
didn't
just
they?
yeah, recently.
But
Yeah.
TNA only be giving 3 month contracts out anyway. But I digress. I guess he's gonna be a part of the system for a while.
Ricky Sosa over there.
Um, um, that's crazy. Anyway, Steers, what's
Oh yeah,
I hate that new game for us, my boy. Please, the game master, break it
I
down.
do. I do. Okay, guys. So this one I don't have to share my screen because the answer will be on screen. But
Okay.
this game is called Who Am I? The rules. There'll be 3 rounds with a tiebreaker if needed. Each round will have 5 levels with a hint on who the wrestler I am describing,
Mhm.
which is related to the points you own for each round. If you answer at a certain level, you are locked in, but you cannot change your answer, even if the answer becomes obvious. So, for example, my first if the answer is John Cena, again, this is for example, then I can actually share my screen for this part. Now that I think about this, it'd be easier if you guys see what I'm talking about.
All right, so for everyone who's
Uh,
listening on the audio version, please I implore you to go ahead and check out the version if need be, so that way you can, of course, play along with us and see everything.
yes. This is the first time this is the only time you have to see the answer. You see what it is. So, for example, if the answer is John Cena, and if my first hint is former WWE champion, that's worth 5 points. So
I got you.
let's say Steph takes a shot in the dark and he answers John Cena for the first time for being WWE champion. He'll be locked in. And he can't answer again until I reveal the answer.
Gotcha,
Gotcha.
And
gotcha, gotcha.
if he would answer John Cena, he would get 5 points. But if no one,
And
if
every and,
good,
and every clue that you ask for, I'm giving 6 points. I got you.
yes. So let's say that one doesn't lock in. Then one gets my second hint for 4 points. One put up the wiggle in the money in the bank.
Mm.
One can either lock in or keep going if he's not sure. My third hint can be he's from Massachusetts. Okay, now lock and lock in here will go down to the fourth hint. And once you both lock in, I will read the answer. And if you both say John Cena, you both get the points. Steph will get 5, so he locked in the first hint. Juan will get 2 because he locked in at the third hint. He'll get 3, so he locked in the third hint.
Gotcha.
If you get it wrong, you don't get any points. So it's kind of and the fourth hint is meant to be harder than the fifth hint. The fifth hint. And we kind of work our way down. The easier it is, the less points you get. Does that make sense to
Mm.
you guys?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
To lock in your answer, you just text me individually your answer. That way, that
Mm.
Got you,
way,
got you,
that way, you guys can lock in without helping the other person. Okay.
Got you.
got you.
Okay. Any questions before we get started?
Now let's go.
Time for me to
Okay.
lose again. Oh,
No, Ron, I think you got a shot. I think you got a shot.
we'll see.
Okay. So the first round for hint number one was 5 points. Signed with WWE in 2017.
Okay.
If you're locking in, send me a text and I will announce that you locked in.
Okay, I'm not locking in.
You're not
Yeah,
locking
neither
in.
am I.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it safe
Second
this
hint
go
for
around.
no, second hint for 4 points. They competed in the Mae Young Classic. Mae Young Classic, for those who don't know, was the all female tournament they had around that time period. There was kind of ways to kind of to find female stars. Anybody locking in?
2017 Classic.
Signed to WWE in 2017 and competed in the Mae Young Classic.
All
Steph
right,
has
I
locked
just
in his
locked it.
answer.
Okay,
You
I'll
want
do
you
one
want
more. I'll keep
Okay.
going. Yeah.
Hint number 3 for 3 points for Vaughn. Steph, you can't answer.
Mhm.
First ever NXT UK Women's Champion.
I'm pissed. Fuck. I'm cursing. This ain't no I'm pissed. I'm locking in. I'm gonna text you. So
Okay.
upset. I gotta say it out loud. We already said his. I mean,
Go ahead. Say it out loud.
Rhea.
It is B Ripley. So
Oh
Steph
my.
has 4 points. Ron has three. The last two hints for those who didn't get it yet would have been 2 points, women Grand Slam champion, and the last point, two-time Royal Rumble winner. Okay.
Oh man, I love it.
Second round. You guys ready for the second round?
Mm.
Yeah, come on.
So second round is for 5 points. Started wrestling in 2000.
Okay.
I can name anybody.
Yeah, I was gonna
Maybe
say I'm
anybody.
not
Yeah.
Childhood. It can be a child. It can be an old head. Who knows? They hit number four or hit number two for 4 points. And throughout the course of their career, they have signed with ROH, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and AEW.
Everyone
Got
time.
the
I'm
court.
sorry.
Throughout the course of their career, they have signed with ROH, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and AEW.
ROH, New Japan
They
Pro Wrestling.
they started wrestling in 2000.
I want to lock in.
Why?
I need these points, but I don't want to like lock in and be wrong.
Is anybody going to log in?
Hold
I
on,
see
hold
someone type.
on,
I see someone typing.
hold on. You said ROH, AEW, and New Japan, right?
And New Japan.
And New Japan. Not necessarily all at the same time, but for the course of the career, they have signed with at least these companies. There's obviously other ones, but these are the biggest ones.
You know, I'm gonna know
Five,
All right.
Is that still
four.
locking in?
Yeah, I'm
Steph has
locked in.
locked in his answer.
Okay, I'm not locking in.
Okay. At
Um,
number three, they are a member of the Bullet Club.
I'm so upset. Okay,
You
I can
like?
say mine's out loud for three points.
Go ahead.
It's AJ, right?
No.
It's not?
AJ was on AEW.
Oh, I'm drunk.
Um, Steph also got it wrong with
yeah,
Nick
I was about to say I got it wrong too.
Jackson. We can keep going for fun. For hit number four, AEW's only Grand Slam champion, world title, international title, tag titles, trio titles. Only recognized Grand Slam champion. And the last hit, main evented AEW first pay per view, Double or
Say
Nothing.
what, ain't it?
Oh, it's Hangman.
No?
Kenny
It's
Omega.
Hangman.
Man.
Kenny Omega.
Oh, okay. I had
Oh,
said Kenny, and you gave me no reaction, so I was like, oh, it's gotta be Hangman. Okay. Yeah, it's
I
Hangman.
was beating, yeah. But no
Mm.
points there. So it's still stat full of 1-3.
AJ is
Last,
crazy.
Oh, I'm
Why say
still up.
AJ?
yeah, I was pretty wrong. That's really insane of you.
Sorry, it's my coffee. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
the coffee.
you can't even say that wasn't you watching AEW. That uh, final round, unless there's a tie.
All right.
Hit number five. Hit number one for 5 points. The They came to the major promotions from the European independent circuit. They came to the major promotions from the European independent circuit.
I haven't locked in yet, but you can go ahead and give me the four
Okay.
point answer.
Bon, are you locking in?
No.
Okay. Hit number two for 4 points. They signed with WWE in 2016.
Okay. I may have to give another answer now.
European circuit signed in 2016.
So what European stars do you know that signed in WWE at that time? You guys want to make you one?
The fact that I plan on teaching geography and I have to remind myself what the European circuit is kind of crazy.
It's the independent circuit in Europe.
Yep, yep. Hey, I got that part though.
I need to win, so it's like I feel like I gotta guess right here.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, I locked mine in.
Steph locked in.
I hope he gets it wrong. I'm gonna go one more hint. I hope he gets it wrong. Give me one more hint.
But keep in mind, Vaughn, you need 1 point to tie, two to win. So
Yeah,
you could
so
you could win it all of the fourth hit. Good.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm trying to tie it.
Uh, hit number three. They won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with Ricochet.
With who?
Ricochet. Paul had a Skywag from an AEW. They won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with Ricochet.
I don't know. I don't.
And
Sorry,
Steph and Steph and
I
Steph
had to keep my
pissed
composure for
himself.
that one.
Yeah,
I had to
He's
keep my
pissed.
I had to
all right,
keep
don't
my
get two
composure
points.
there.
Go 2 points. Then I have no idea.
Hit number four for 2 points. The last chance Ron has to win this. This person is eight. Oh, wrong person. Wrong one. Hit number four for 2 points. He is a former AEW Trios champion and NXT champion.
And NXT champion.
Yeah, so he has been both AEW Trios champion and a former NXT champion.
Excuse me.
Vaughn, you have this. This is you. You know this. But don't make me use my last hit. My last hit will give it away.
I'm about to just like, oh, hold on. Even the NXT champion, who I'm thinking of.
Who are you thinking of?
I don't want to say because it's wrong. I watch AEW. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm upset with myself.
So think back to the NXT champions, right? Who's been in AEW. Not too many of them. Oh. Yeah, no,
I'm
not too many of them, Vaughn.
I'm
Yeah,
blanking.
no, Vaughn, you can
Steph.
still get this. There's like four. There's like four people that this could be.
Like one
I'm
of them,
like blanking.
only one of them a trio champion. Vaughn,
And I've never.
seriously,
Have,
Vaughn, seriously think about who from NXT, who's in AEW that appeared on NXT.
and also, he wasn't he literally just lost the belt not too long ago.
Who do you what?
Oh, I'm thinking. I'm
Trios,
tweaking.
trios champion, trios, three.
My bad. My bad. I'm
Give me
tweaking. I'm
the
tweaking.
1 point guess so I can at least get a moral win for like knowing the name.
The fifth hint for 1 point. He is my favorite wrestler today.
Alistair Black.
You are correct.
I want to scream. I want to scream.
Not gonna lie. As soon as you said, first off, I was an idiot for a
He
second.
was the trios with the House of Black, right?
Yes,
I
you
was gonna say
are.
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy, but I'm like, he didn't win the NXT champion.
You are correct. Yeah.
Oh my
Bro,
god!
as soon as Sears said the Dusty Tag Classic, I'm not gonna lie. That threw me.
Alistair tagged with Ricochet.
Yes.
And they won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
I know what.
Yep.
I'm on spring break. I'm watching nothing but wrestling from like 2010 to like now. Like I
As
gotta
you,
catch up,
as
man.
you, should- as you should. This is
Like,
this,
oh
this
my
like
goodness,
this was one of the peaks of NXT.
He's
sold the
watching
bag.
nothing. He's
You
watching
sold it
nothing from
so
old
bad.
Tyler Black and Kota Ibushi matches up
As you
until
should.
That's
Iron Man.
crazy. I got back into wrestling watching Black and Go because my roommate in
Oh,
college
that's
would
even
watch it.
worse. That's
Like my
even
roommate in
worse.
college got me back into watching how good like Black and Gold was. Like so, shout out to Will. But it's one of those things, man. Oh, I'm so sick. I am sick. Wrap this up. I'm sick. I'm so mad.
So
All right,
there you guys have
so
it. Uh, the to tally up the score, Steph has four, Vaughn has four, which means we all in tiebreaker mode. So we don't do ties here.
we don't do. Come
We
on,
don't
let's bring it up. What's
we
the tiebreaker?
we don't do the pen. We don't do the pinfall submission bull fat. Okay, if we don't
Come
do
on, come
double
on, come
count
on,
out,
come on.
the tiebreaker. Hit number one for 5 points. They are a one-time WWE Grand Slam champion.
Okay, I'm not locked in
Anybody
yet because
lock
that's
me
like
in?
20 people. It could,
You said
Yes.
one time Grand Slam champion.
One time Grand Slam champion. That means they won one of the four belts required one time.
Did Steph like it?
No
no.
one's locked in yet.
Okay, next one.
Hit number two for 4 points was both WWE champion and World Tag Team champion at the same time.
I'm sorry. Repeat that one more time.
They were this he was both WWE champion and WWE World Tag Team champion at the same time.
We're talking this current iteration of the title. I do have to ask because that does narrow.
I am not answering that question.
Okay.
The hit was both WWE champion and WWE World
You're
Tag Team
saying
champion
he,
at the
he,
same.
so.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
yes.
do you like him?
He did
I'm
not.
a, I'm a,
Okay.
I'm about to.
Oh, he's about to.
Okay, never mind. I need the extra hint.
Step has locked in his answer.
I need an extra hint, man.
I'm like 99% sure it's wrong, wrong. You know?
At number three, that'd be what the hate yourself. Wrestled both Randy Orton and CM Punk in 2026.
Orton who?
Randy Orton and CM Punk in 2026.
Hey, y'all. Good night. Good night. I'm done. Good night. I'm
I'm
done.
just
Good night.
guess. I'm gonna just guess. I'm gonna be wrong regardless. I'm gonna just guess.
Go
I
ahead,
say that
bud.
out. It's
Go
Cena.
ahead. It is John Cena.
Let's go.
John Cena is correct for 3 points, which means
Vaughn beat me with my own
TBR
joke.
Nation, TBR Nation, for the first time, Vaughn has not gone, is now
Underdog.
one and two in my games.
The
A,
underdog.
Wait a minute.
Everybody has won a game.
I'm
Vaughn
Sami
has won
Zayn. I'm the
seven,
underdog.
Wait a
seven
minute.
to
Wait a minute. I'm
four.
throwing a
Fuck off
flag.
with that.
I'm throwing a flag on the play. Because how
What?
did you say TBR? If you don't reverse that back, TRB. Wait,
TLB, I'm sorry. What's TBR?
I don't know.
To be real, I don't know.
My bad. TLB. Sorry. Sorry. Steph's just talking that he lost. We know I can't speak.
I'm so annoyed right now, man. How did you do this?
I don't think my
You think?
I'm,
mama. I don't think my
Do you,
dad. Allow me life
do you,
wrestling on the week on those days of the week. Shout out to y'all.
do you guys like that solos with the tiebreaker and the example being John Cena?
That was fun. That was really fun.
not gonna lie, that annoyed me so much. This is so much.
That was fun.
All right, man.
Steph,
Let's
you're
close this
thinking of
out.
you're thinking of the Miz winning the Unified Championships and the U.S. Championship at the same time.
I was. I was. Oh man.
Fun.
Let's close this out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on TRB episode 40. Like always, this was super great, super fun. Hopefully I don't lose that bad again. Um,
There's only three
shout out to the
points.
game master. Shout out to the game master. Shout out to OG. Shout out to Reek. He couldn't be here to close out with us, but we love him anyway. He's the host with the most. And like always, it is the EST of the DMV, Chaka City saying the left hand destruction to Beijing Bulldozer, the Cameroonian Nightmare, the Father of all worlds, the left hand destruction, El Misterio Negro, Vaughn, give him the last one. I know you love saying it.
F Freak Man Rollins.
Yep, it's your boy Steph. Please, please follow us on everything, everywhere. Appreciate y'all. Um, I'm gonna pass this off to Game Master, Oracle, Sears. Close it out. What you got to say to the people?
Thank you all for watching or viewing. If you find us on social media, if you find TRB, yeah, TRB on social media, it's my new NXT and DNA movement. If you find us on social media, follow us. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. Make sure you catch us on all the podcasts. We actively already podcasts. And if you find Steph on social media, he's public. You can find him. I think is Week public as well.
I believe so.
Week is also public, most likely. Vaughn, I believe you're not public. I know I'm not public. So you find me in Vaughn. No, you did it. We will decline, and we don't know you. Vaughn, close it out.
TRB Nation, thanks for rocking with us. Episode 40. Like, comment, share, subscribe,
40
all
of
that
them
good jazz, man. Like it's been fun, man. I appreciate rocking with us, y'all. So like, enough of that. Nothing rambling. We've been talking long enough. Hey, peace. Love y'all. Tune into next time. And just like that, TRB, we are over the top. Peace.
Rope.
Yeah,
Come on.
1-1.
Let's
1-1-1.
go. Let's go. Happy Autism Awareness Month. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
April's the best month. It's been